they silent sins. They try to take me down with their violence.
Oh, they go back in. Becker flashes in, and down goes Knight.
Hello lovely people, just doing a little bit of stuff in the background, getting things sorted, but we are still at the G2 office, looking to have a great time. We'll leave you with the waiting feed and be with you with our dulcet tones and useful
Your setup wants
info
Opera
in
GX,
short order.
and you're holding it back. Upgrade to the gaming browser. Download Opera GX.
Every moment of your journey, crystal clear. Landscapes, absolutely
Hello
stunning.
everyone, how's it going?
Close-ups,
How are you all today?
sharp,
Sam and I are
full
just in the
vibe.
background,
Group
just waiting for games to
shots
start,
packed with
and
detail.
I hope we're all having a
Zoom
good
in on
time.
one
Dude,
face,
Sam set up the
still
chat.
flawless.
I don't
Colors
know.
so real,
We can't
every
map.
scene,
Cool. Hello everyone,
every
how's it going?
smile, unforgettable. Oppo Find X9 series, Hasselblad.
So CFO
telephoto,
KT today,
zoom
we're gonna
into
get
detail.
Vestian in. Actually, let me see if is Discord working. Sure, yeah, we're gonna get Vestian in. Cool. Yeah, because Vestian is, Vestian wants to get his co-stream buff in,
Bull gives you wings.
as is only natural.
When I was a player,
Puff.
if I was to like make a misplay,
How you doing?
maybe it's my mouse, maybe it's my armrest, something feels wrong. If you were at home, you wouldn't do that.
The Infinite Precision Armrest is
That's a
part
good
of the
advert,
larger
Mark.
Secret Lab on Stage standard initiative aimed to bring your home or training room settings to the tournament stage.
이제 저뿐만 아니라 다른 선수들도 세팅을 더 원활하게 할 것 같고
가장 편안할 때 더 강력한 플레이가 자연스럽게 나옵니다.
I got this old thing and the bill from the store where I got it. Figured you could beat it with a better deal on one of these big boys.
It doesn't work that way.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your
Okay,
AT&T or
right,
T-Mobile
that should
bill
help.
for a better deal.
You don't know that?
Does that work? I think it does. Cool. Okay, just checked on a compressor and stuff on the mics. The mic should be a little better quality now. Okay, not too long until we go live. Awesome. Okay, I think we're good to go. Okay, we'll leave you on this for a little bit.
welcome to Worlds 2025 for day 2 of quarterfinals here in Shanghai at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. We're minutes away from KT facing off against CFO. Both teams are about to make history for their history and for their region as well. We see CFO, they're hyped here as well. They're always excited to be here, and that's going to be the last and only time I am going to utter this word today. KT Rolster was undefeated here in the Swiss stage, and for CFO, it was the first time in 10 years that the region made quarterfinals. Let's take out the signatures from our players here. A lot of focus, of course, on the side of KT. And for CFO,
Okay, hello. Also, Sam, I put a compressor on the mic and stuff like that, so
and I'm joined by
hopefully that'll
Kobe
help.
and Emily. I'm positively animated.
I'm gonna,
How are you guys doing?
Apprehensive. I'm very apprehensive.
I'm very eager for the series to start.
That's right. That's right. You
Okay,
want
I'm just gonna hope that this is the
even
right
getting a
audio
little
setup for this
emotional,
one.
maybe?
Honestly.
Okay. All right. Wow, you busted out all the U words except for
Hello,
one.
sir. Hello.
That's good.
Hello,
All right,
hello.
before
How's
we
it
get
going?
into this, first, we want to celebrate the 15-year
I am
anniversary of
beyond
Worlds, where
excited.
Riot has been posting a
Cool.
bracket of
So
memorable
yeah,
plays
we're currently
from
the
Worlds
G2
history.
watch
So let's
party.
check out the next round.
So
It
which
is
is why we're on a
Rain,
completely
Ash,
different,
Arrow versus the Shies,
we're on a completely
8
different
shots against
setup.
Question, have we turned the camera on?
Yes, I have.
Trying to punish. There he
That's
is.
okay.
Gorilla putting down
Yes,
5
John
damage
Bogosian,
all
who is
attacks, doing what he can to keep mid lane alive because top and him has been killed, and they even got the pick off on Bang.
Rox doesn't actually have to
start
pushing right now. They
Yeah,
can delay the
we'll
recall.
probably be heading in a little bit more in and out of like the stream together, but obviously we've got stuff to do at the watch party. But obviously during the games we can sit there.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Everyone in chat can laugh at my despair or celebrate in my triumph. You know, so
Right.
we can deal with that.
Good. Okay.
I've been known to be able to handle a broadcast.
Okay, chat, you're gonna have to tell us whether like Bastion's okay in terms of volume and stuff too, because that just has to be a thing. But yes, we'll try and sync up when we can. In fact, actually, with that in mind,
Emotional damage
let's
of that second
get ourselves 2 times speed.
Look
Wait,
at
did you do that before?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Emotional damage.
At a tournament where the last Rock Tiger is retiring,
that's what I was
it
gonna
has
say.
to be praised.
I got the when the timer comes on screen. Would you like to sync? It's not on there right now,
yes.
obviously, but
Cool.
It's
It's
an
just come
honor
on
to
screen
have
for us
this
now.
play
We're at
here now.
11:54,
We'll see
53,
more iconic plays
52.
throughout
Okay, you're
the
ahead of me. Have
bracket
I
later this
2
tournament.
times? I'm
But I
not
want to turn
sure.
our attention to today's
Now
matchup.
is the
It gonna
time
be
to 2
KT
times if
Rolster
you have
against
not.
CFO.
I
Banger
may
matchup.
have, but I also may not
I am
have.
personally very excited.
Don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
You
we
know,
got 2
2 times.
KT
Oh, yeah.
fans on
You got it
desk?
out of the way as well.
No.
I
That's
do not want to
crazy.
hear any of this today, and that
Okay,
goes for you
I'm
guys in
at
chat as well.
11, 37, 36,
Okay, you're
35.
still about 7 seconds. Okay, we'll pause at 11:25 then.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
What
Cool.
would that entail?
That
for
should
me?
sync
What
us,
would I have?
hopefully.
Well, I'm glad you asked because
Thank
you
you.
have 2 KT
Absolutely.
super fans right here. Unfortunately for our mentor. So we prepared
Okay,
a
Emily's got a
PowerPoint
little
presentation for you, Kobe.
presentation.
This is your first
Okay,
rule. You
our
don't
voice is
believe
too
in
low compared to people in the
Alright, okay.
call.
What
That's
if I'm a
fine.
super
We'll
duper
just
fan,
lower
though?
call
The
volume
second
and it'll
rule
be easy to bounce
is really
around that.
important. You
Cool.
do not believe
Do you mind
in
just speaking
KT.
of
The
Bastion?
bigger fan
Real
you
quick?
are, the least
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are.
Hello,
But
hello.
the music
Okay.
will-
Welcome to
don't
CFO's
see
triumph.
Ever.
Does that change anything for you in chat?
Yeah,
Does that
we
change
got
anything
an
for you in chat, folks?
example of that word
Okay,
already.
and in case you weren't like convinced by
Anyway,
that,
we'll
KT
see
will
how it goes.
only
The
disappoint you. Okay, here's some
disappointment
disappointments.
graph.
Here's some more disappointments. If you want to highlight
Oh my
my
God, the
personal one
PowerPoint
that I'll always remember
transitions.
is the first year I decided to start rooting for this team. They go up against SKT T1 in the summer finals.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can still
champions.
see it in
This
my
is-
mind.
Najin White
Here's a
shit.
few
Oh
more
my God.
disappointments. We'll move on.
The list goes long.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So
This
this
is a
is the
great-
first time
great
they
segment.
actually did well because they like to keep you on the hook.
Let's
right?
go,
This is
Arrows.
KT Rolster Arrows in Busan.
That wasn't
it
their
was
first
amazing.
finals.
It
They
was
were in
great.
2013 summer finals.
Then there was the super team.
Yeah.
Lauren,
The one
I
that
remember
won.
that team
Yeah,
very,
no,
very
their first
The
fondly.
super
title,
team I
then not
really
their
love
first
because I
finals.
actually
Well, their first
saw
finals
them
win, I think is
win
what you
against
say.
But
Griffin
then
in
the
Seoul,
slide said
and then
first
we know what
finals.
happened after
Yeah, I
that. It
think
was
they
one
said
of
the
the
first
years where
finals they won, I
KT
think is
actually
what's going.
opened the checkbook because
But it
they
said
wanted to
first
recover
finals,
from the
so.
previous disappointment. A very
Yeah, it was said
expensive
Baby's first
spot lane
finals, and
here.
then they first
We
won
were
the finals.
favorites.
I think that's
They
fine.
were favorites rather to win the tournament, and then IG happened.
Oh man, I'm
Yeah,
so
and
excited.
I was in the crowd for this.
I think we
actually
should
sitting with
all
the Korean
get
KT
cumulatively
fans. They
very
were so
hyped
nice, and we were all
for the
unified
greatest of Korean
in
teams,
crying
the KD
and
roller
disappointment,
coaster.
And then I had to go interview Nick.
Yeah,
so I had
true.
to wipe those tears off my face. This was last year. Laura and I were actually on
I
the
think
bus
the best
together,
thing about this,
watching
it's kind of
the
similar to
fall
yesterday, I guess, but there's just
JDG
like,
together,
I
and
don't really have a way to
was
know
looming
who
over
will
us
win.
laughing.
You know, like there's no.
This is so much
Obviously, I'm
more
supporting
Yeah,
CFO,
so we've
but
we've seen
yeah,
a lot.
it's just
Honestly,
impossible
though, a lot of the
to
things you
even
are describing, I
try and
actually
predict.
do
I feel
relate
this
to.
is
As
like.
a North American fan, I kind of feel a lot of these emotions.
I do think
that
in
you're
terms of
talking
like
about
strength and
are
weaknesses,
actually making
both
me
teams stack up to each other pretty well, right? Like BDD's their strength, and I'd argue Honku hasn't been very strong. But then like Doc Dam hasn't looked that good, and Doggo's looked incredible. So
I'm sorry, I won't.
They have like sound effects and everything.
I won't do it. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Kobe is so good at these. Kobe is so
He
good.
is.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
I think we might have changed some settings on OBS.
The other side of
What
the
do you mean?
rift, they had an amazing year so far. They're the only team once again who made it to all the international
Yeah, this
tournaments
has gone
this year,
up.
and they have been smashing it in the LCP as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, they
Well, the audio
really
input
impressed
capture is at
at
minus 10.
and
Audio
then
output capture
at
is way lower.
MSI, they pushed
Yeah, let's put that
T1
down a little
to
bit, and then we can put
5
this up a bit so I can hear
And
it.
then here at Worlds, they beat T1 in the Swiss stage in
There
the
we
best
go.
of
Should
one
we do that?
again. This team is
Hopefully.
really gaining a lot of fans because they have really threatened these top teams.
And it has been emotional for their regional casters as well. Again, the first
Oh,
time
that was so
in
funny.
10
Love that a
years,
lot.
That's one of my
team from
favorite.
this
That's one of my
region
favorite
makes it to
segments. That's
quarterfinals.
wonderful.
So I wanna
Emily's
check
fully
out the
committed as
casters'
well, which I
reaction because,
appreciated.
cutting onions that day.
oh, this is gonna be JR. Yeah, it is JR and Zod.
Aw.
Was this them breaking down on cast? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, can you turn my fold back up?
Yes.
Because I don't know how it works in this.
Man, those are absolute bars.
Hear how they're
Damn.
picking up the last time that we saw a LCP, PCS,
There you go.
LMS team
That's it.
make it to quarters,
Cool.
as mentioned.
Now I can
was
actually
that
hear myself.
Flash
Wonderful.
Wolves team that kind of everyone fell in love with.
Which one was it? The
Back
top one?
in 2015 as
Cool.
the greatest hope for this region, and it's meant so
Yeah,
much.
2015 was the kind of golden era of
Yeah.
CFO
LCP.
do so well on the stage. There's the
Ah,
old
2012.
Yeah.
young
That-
people.
yeah, no,
who,
sure.
as
Oh my
we
God,
already
look at
know
those
here at this
names, man.
tournament,
Such fond memories
yeah,
of this
no,
team.
this team was so fun, and CFO are kind of carrying that legacy, right?
There he
And I
is.
think it
The $6 million man, I believe they call him.
with Doggo,
Yes.
who
Thank you,
went
TSM.
through it
Yes.
in the LPL, looked pretty shaky. Now is having
Wasn't
an
wasn't it
amazing
the same
year with
era? Wasn't it the same manager of TSM that showed solo queue footage of Knight to try and get someone else
Yeah.
hired, but they just hit
Yeah.
the nameplates?
Yeah.
Emotes, I love that. But Doggo, his
That's
play
beautiful.
has
Whoever the
been
mid
what
laner they
has
got
actually
was.
garnered them a lot of other
Did you
international
see
fans that
Viper's
are not
numbers from
LCP fans
yesterday?
originally,
Yeah, ridiculous.
'cause he's so
40%
aggressive.
damage
Viper-
share on
No
average.
fear
On
ever. He's
average!
constantly
Viper
going to
did
people's
not.
faces. He's getting
I
solo kills. He's
can.
playing Draven with Hextech.
But yeah, he was doing 100 damage a minute on average, which is just
That's
ridiculous.
exactly what their coach wanted when he built this roster, and actually shocks.
Yeah, he
a lot of
definitely did not
him
deserve
in
to
the
lose.
interview.
That's one thing that I find for certain out of that last series.
For CFO and for
Oh my
their
God.
coach Chowie, and the first question
Okay,
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
get
ask
myself
you
a drink real quick. Go
is,
for
how
it,
is
Rick.
everybody feeling with all the excitement in the air for this super important matchup?
We're actually pretty calm because I always tell the players to just enjoy the moment, and we're just right now just enjoying being in the quarterfinals.
Lovely. The story has been going around that you were casting the team and said, "Call me, I want to help you out." Can you tell me
Yeah,
what
actually,
it was
I'm
about
curious to
this
hear what the
group of
story
players
is.
that you found so special and that you, in coaching them, have discovered to find so unique?
So when I first joined this team, I wanted players who are not afraid to fight, because there's no way any region like ours can beat the top teams from LCK or LPL if we play normally or follow their footsteps. So we're trying to create a team that aren't afraid to take fights, and also we're gonna do some crazy ban picks. That's how we managed to have CFO 2025.
I see. And you have attended every international tournament this year. Is this also the reason you think that your team has been able to
Is
get
this
to
absolutely
heights
run it
that the
down?
region hasn't been able to get to for several years?
I feel like another thing that make us succeed this year was we really enjoy the whole process, like the training, the games on stage. We enjoy every moment. So for the players, even if we lose or we make a mistake, everyone is actually enjoying the moments, and we learn from all the mistakes that we did.
I think we've seen that because you've always come back stronger. You're up versus KT now, and you've gone in very close matches versus LCK teams, notably, of course, T1 in that best of 5. So what do you think is going to make the difference today, and what as a coach do you really need to see from your guys to win today?
I feel like, first of all, BDD, I'm also a fan of BDD.
Yeah.
I have been
Everyone's got to be a
watching
fan
him
of
for a long
BDD.
time,
This guy's
and
great.
He hasn't gotten the success that he should have. So it's kind of crazy for me because I want my team to win, but I also want BDD to do well.
Oh, the bittersweet.
But, we'll do our best.
Same with
hopefully we get
yesterday too.
through
Like
the
I
league
didn't want
phase
Peanut's
and
career to
play
end
the
like
map
that, but
well.
realistically, I
Hopefully
needed Genji to. I need Chovy and Keen to win.
Thank you,
You know?
and good luck. And
That's the way of
I'm
these
glad
things.
you mentioned about BDD.
It's a shame they're going against the
BDD
best
is
team in the
also
world
Honky's
after
favorite
on
player,
Sunday.
And we're sending a spotlight to
Oh,
them
BDD
in
is
a featured
Honky's
matchup
favorite player?
presented
No
by
way.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, yeah, he
I
is.
just didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's kind of fun.
Since he didn't touch on it too much, I'll elaborate on his like call me thing. So like he was a caster of the PCS last year, right?
Yeah.
And he's very, very vocal about how much he hated the drafting in the region. And so he pretty much just like in champ selects would flame, you know, everyone for their drafting. So people would like in chat, you know, all right, why don't you do it then? Why don't you do it? Like things like that, you know. And so he said, if someone gives me the call, then I'll do it. And that's what's happened this year, which is kind of a crazy story.
And then
you know?
they've gone and actually done it there. So like it's not like
Yeah. Yeah, what a vindication.
And we are now in World Quarterfinals, so where are the haters?
Yeah, I mean, I think like part of it is also like they'll accept it as like a joke in a way, but like then he's just gone and absolutely gotten it done. You know, it's just an insane story to me that he actually managed to do it.
Across the rift, BDD is the calm core of KT Roaster's rise. His clutch
Our
plays
voices
and
are very
the
low.
shocking win
Okay.
over Genji
Hello.
define KT's run.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at -10.
KT falters early. It's
But I'm gonna
BDD
pump up our
who
voices a bit,
steadies
Sam.
them with precision and ice cold control.
So our voices are very low.
Will the CFO's unshakable
was
spirit
it the
pull
output
off
capture I
another
didn't put down
miracle?
properly?
Or
Or?
will KT's
No,
precision
it's just
and
our
Yeah,
input
yeah,
capture
yeah.
should be in the yellow, really.
Yeah, it should be, and it
It was
was
in the green.
Yeah, I don't know whether it got moved down.
No. Well, I didn't touch it, so it would have been whatever you left it at.
And BDD is such a staple of this KT team. He is a primary reason why they're here. But I do want to point out these teams
Oh, thank you very much for the gift subs.
Oh shit, thank you so much, Rach. Appreciate an
sometimes
awful lot.
KT, they like to contest early objectives when they don't necessarily have itemization.
Right,
or maybe
give me one
some
second. I go do
subs are down,
some
or
social
maybe
mediaing, which is about timing. So I want to go thank you for all that. Oh look, Medic got gifted a sub.
Hey,
There you go.
nice.
You can't leave now.
really see BDD, the rest of the team really start to show
I like the
up
volume
in these
levels now.
5v5
Okay, well we'll
fights.
work with that. We'll work with that.
Cuz, especially in their
So
road to
we're
get
working off
here
a different
in that
setup. So we're at the
Genji,
G2 office,
series
which is
that
very
they
very
did
cool.
end up winning in the upper bracket,
But it
so-
does mean that we have to
CFO,
get more used to
they have a
whatever the
really
heck
strong
this
early
setup
game.
is.
Yeah, it has been kind of like mismatched areas
cool.
of
Oh,
strengths
boy.
kind of for these two
A
teams.
minute left.
Dr. even talked about
What
it
are
in
your
his
vibes like,
interview
Bastian?
after
How you feeling like for your
Oh,
vibes?
like logically speaking, actually I can't even really go into this with logic because it's like it's really really hard, right? Because like I think BDD is better than Honku. I think Junja is better than Cuz currently. I think this tournament he's been better than Cuz. I also think our bot lane has been better than KT's bot lane. But then top has just been so all over the place. Like,
Yes.
both perfect, and then rest and driver have been like, I mean, a little lackluster. Where it's like, okay, it feels to me like will Doggo carry or will BDD carry is kind of how it feels. But I do think that Junja has been playing better than Cuz and playing around Doggo, importantly. So I think we actually do have a slight edge. But then BDD could just show up and absolutely trounce us. So.
Yeah, that is always a problem. Damn, CFO leading the fan vote slightly. The thing is, the KT fans will be voting the other way. Is the thing.
Yeah, they will be.
The KT fans, yeah. Yeah, the KT fans are not going to be voting for themselves. They are one of the few teams which realize. Again, I think that the meme has gone a bit too far. KT are actually a good team. However, they also make me believe in the supernatural. This team is not normal. Like, is there something real to the curse? Yes. I don't know what causes it. Could it be something from beyond the pale? Yes. Oh, this is Elementalist Lux theme.
Did this? Oh no, I gotta pause.
We'll resync it up.
Yeah.
Papa Smithy. Damn.
There's one of those, you know that GIF with the writing on a paper and there's fire coming out of it? The end of this has a bit of that in it. I don't know if you've seen it already.
I actually haven't watched all of this, no. But this,
I spoiled it. I usually don't.
This is one of my favorite tracks. This is the Elementalist Lux theme. It's very cool. By the way, I really miss when we had loading screens for the client, because we had some very cool... Oh, BDD Longzhu. Yeah. That was... BDD is cursed to have been at his peak in terms of results when... With Cuz as well, when Korea was at its weakest. Oh, hopefully volume levels are okay now, by the way. I did, for those of you in chat, I did tweak them a little bit again. It's the first time we've actually had someone on call from the setup.
2017년도 때 커즈는 프로로서의 준비가 하나도 안 됐다고 생각합니다.
Because they were first seed heading into 2017 Worlds. And then they fell apart. Volume's all good? Perfect, cool. Needs to stop. This mic is actually very sensitive to like harsh sounds, so I need to be quite careful with how I... I'll have to put to the side rather than, you know, into the mic. Which AD carry they got, Dogdam?
Yeah.
I'm interested in the bot lane laning phase. I think that genuinely, like, Dogdam and Peter have been a bit rough when it comes to early laning phase.
Yeah, and one thing we've done really well is getting good lanes for ourselves or avoiding bad lanes for ourselves.
Yes.
I think I would actually say that CFO have been the best team at using the lane swap at the correct time.
Yes, completely agree.
Because they haven't done it every game, but they've done it when it really does make sense.
Yeah, the 1 versus T1, I felt like that could actually be a little bit... I thought they could find some more applications for it, but they've only really done it the once. They're like to that level. So now you're in best of 5s, you have to find out if you can use it in this series and can you use it multiple times to get over the finish line if you need it.
Yeah, I think the worst one they did was against Fly, the Corki into Cassante, where Driver really paid the price for that.
Yes. And even
I'm
then
not sure that was the fault of Doggo more than it was Driver playing too aggressive.
Driver had a rough game. He was
right?
Was that when he was on the Rumble? Was that the first game?
Yes, it was,
and he just did not respect sidelines at all. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
this is an excellent teaser. And one of the reasons I think it is an excellent teaser is that these are storylines that haven't really been ran at Worlds before. It feels fresh. You know, look, I'm not gonna lie, folks. I love a good Faker storyline. I've heard all the Faker storylines now for 10 years. It's something very cool about having two teams which just haven't had that same kind of screen time, you know? For sure. Ooh, good choice of song as well, yeah.
CFO. Give your heart.
It's Candice reading as well.
Chills! Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That is maybe my favorite teaser of World so far. Wonderful.
I did enjoy the one yesterday as well, with just like Chovy just absolutely
as well.
Mogging.
Oh yeah, the peanut one was like, you will be the first sacrifice. Oh, damn. We probably need to run another set of ads.
Yes, we probably will do.
So we'll do it after the player walkouts and hopefully we'll be fine.
全球的英雄联盟粉丝们，大家好，欢迎来到上海梅赛德斯奔驰文化中心，一起见证2025全球
Mic volume's good now. Perfect. Cool.
八强赛。今晚我们将共同来揭晓，到底哪支战队能够与金曲会师，争夺通往成都。
Winner of this goes against Genji. Oh. This is the LCK side of the bracket, plus CFO, who are an honorary LCK team.
That's right.
This guy's no caster German, he knows how to bring that. We've watched him a lot with we watched him a lot in LPL, and he's been really cool though. He's one of the common hosts though.
He's great. He's great.
I don't think anyone in the world compares to Caster German.
Oh well, Caster German's just been doing it for decades, right? I mean, he was StarCraft back in the day, wasn't he?
He was. Yep, he was.
This is Medica Zale. He's the third.
And I feel like this series is going to be such a treat because it feels very hard to predict. Both teams really.
Oh man, I'm so excited. We get driver game 1. I think that's good.
Any scoreline from this series, and I don't believe you.
Oh, that vocal tone, man.
Either way.
That's tactical. Okay, I'm gonna go run some adverts, folks, just so we don't get you. Oh, is it going straight into draft? Okay, we'll do 1 minute. We'll do 1 minute after ads, after drafting, folks, rather than 3 minutes before.
Making it to the quarterfinals and seeing if they can keep
Peter seems like such a nice guy. Yeah, Peter's is very funny. I like him a lot.
4 players like Honkyu.
The starting driver. What are your thoughts, Festian?
I think it makes sense. I think he has been between the two more solid, as well as like. I mean, I don't think you're too worried about Rek'Sai in game 1.
On the other side,
and
would you prefer to have Rest play Rek'Sai?
Yes, yeah. Rest is definitely the Rek'Sai guy.
That didn't exist in season 2.
He is just more the guy that's weird to play the wacky and wonderful.
Right.
So like if something new rears its head, he's more likely to be the one able to play it quickly.
He's put the time in.
Driver,
yeah.
Yes, Driver's very good at his standard picks. He's got some niche like Urgot and Gangplank, like his two counter picks.
Well, I think that, I mean, Gangplank I think is inherently busted champion if you can get him to work. It's just whether you can escape the early game with him.
Yeah, which is always going to be the hard thing. And I think because of the natural will now and like the working formula of play for Doggo means you probably don't want a Gangplank. You kind of, like again, if you get like a good matchup that you don't require a jungler, then it's fine, right? Like if you're Gangplank into, I don't know, like Ornn or something, then maybe. But I think it's just better to play something frontline. Just be that brick wall in front of Doggo at this point.
So I think I'm trying to remember what I think the order in which they were picked was side select, and I'm trying to remember who was picked first, CFO or KT. Can you remember?
KT got blue side.
Okay, and KT would have been picked first, I think, still in the 3-0 team.
So weirdly, folks, for first round of quarterfinals, I was checking the rulebook, or I saw someone that checked the rulebook. I get other people to do my work.
That's it. Outsourcing.
The team which is picked first ends up getting side select for game 1, then it's loser's choice, and then for semi-finals and finals, it's coin flip.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Let's get into it. So Kiana against Ginger, no surprise. Sion away, no surprise. So CFO, I mean, I guess I'm looking for them to be picking either Rumble or Frontline. Those are the two kind of archetypes which I think they've done well with.
What gets through, as you say, Azir is up no longer.
Azir open. Warning. All right, good. Oh wait, I'm behind you guys. So I keep stuttering.
Unfortunate. Wukong first pick. Aurora consideration as a response. Very rapid. Are we Shinzao trundling with that? We'll deal with the Shinzao.
I don't think you trundle until you see a tank. No.
Yeah. Agreed.
I like the Shinzao. I think it's Junja's like best looking pick at the moment outside of Wukong.
I think outside of the Kiana as well, right? So
I think that Shinzao has become. Oh god, that's a powerful topside from KT. Actually, that is a hell of a dynamic trio because that has macro opportunities, it has decent laning phase, it has very long-range damage access with, Wukong engage range and then the equalizer. You have scaling damage, you have decent side lanes, your team fight front to back is pretty okay. You don't have much front line, that's one thing. So if you Alistar here or Ornn, I think you're really good for CFO actually in that front.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this at all. It's going to be like an annoying lane, but I don't think it's that bad. It's also something you can lane swap into. Like both Rumble and Ornn are okay in lane swaps, but it like avoids the Rumble just beating on Ornn.
How concerned are you about Corki? How concerned are you?
I actually like this. I think this is a really good formula for CFO.
CFO is on the red side, or will KT just go something a bit more standard and say,
I'm not going to fully mute the broadcast by the way, because I do want to hear what the cast is saying, but I do want us to be audible over them.
A lot of these utility marksmen very well.
Yeah. So it might be what we can do if we're struggling to hear them is we'll turn the volume up on YouTube and turn down the output volume on the Discord.
Not the other way around. So we'll turn it down on YouTube and turn it up for ourselves if we want to hear it. Because the problem is that
I can't turn my own volume up on here, so I need this up higher.
Yeah, Yeah, especially when you think towards what KT would like here, something that can contest on mid-wave, try and keep pressure so then you can have this Talia operate.
So yeah, we'll probably have to just mess with the...
It's all good. Let's get on with the draft. So support's getting banned out.
Yeah, they are indeed. Out goes
I can't believe range supports are being banned from Kaiwing in the Big 25.
Yeah, I mean, he is a decent... In fact, I feel like Nico's a bit of a cheat on that front, though. He is a
sure. Nico is an honorary melee. In fact, she can become temporarily melee.
And I will say, Karen's put a lot of time into Nami and Karma over the years. So if there were range supports, I wasn't gonna hate on him for.
Okay, does this mean we're going Israel? I mean, like, okay, but I'm a bit of an Israel hater, but Doggo has looked really good.
He is a very good
and also it's into a zero frontline game. I think that stuff like Corky, stuff like sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Corky Ezreal is very good into zero frontline because the burst from them is very, very heavy at points.
For sure, I'm much happier with the Corky personally.
It's also like
it's a little bit more reliable.
Yeah, I think also I'm like, Doctor and Peter have been, let's say, mixed in lane so far, and if there was a part of CFO I expected to consistently win, it would be the bot lane. I think they're drafting for it potentially quite heavily.
Hear me out here. Doctam and Life last year used to play some Rumble support.
That's true.
Like I don't think they'll flex it now because Rumble is too good of a top laner. But I was just like,
there is. Yeah. That's a fair shout.
Right. Okay. Brom's in there. I guess now you can Brom to block the Ornn ult, which is the big. You need another engage piece now from CFO because your Ornn is not going to be consistent. You need something to blow the Brom shields, then the Ornn can let loose.
I mean, at least you've got Aurora ult. At least you've got Shintas. You've got some additional CC.
I think you're looking at. Well, you can't Alistair. You need some kind of extra engage threat. I don't.
Oh, go on. That would be hilarious.
I don't love the Renard. I mean, the Renard is okay in lane. I just don't think the engage is that consistent though.
That's okay. Nami will be the consideration.
So lane dominance. So
it's also I do think like tidal wave's not bad for things like Wukong as well.
It's like it also is another way to get rid of the Brom shield. So like you've got two ways to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, like generally, I mean, if Brom is the first person getting hit by the Nami ult, so to be able to block it properly, then it's probably pretty good for us because that means Wukong's not on my Corki. So,
yes, exactly. Yeah.
I think you're also in a position right where the engage from KT is quite limited now as well. It's very much does Wukong go forward, or does Brom or Talia manage to sort of find an isolated Q/shove back from the various things. Like the engage from KT is not fantastic, and it basically means as long as you're tracking Kuz, one of a tidal wave, a crescent guard, an Ornn ultimate is probably going to make the job of the Wukong really tricky this game. I'm not convinced by that, actually. I mean, you've got Talia Ezreal, so you can play from a bit further away if you need to. The Rumble ult as well.
My worry is the damage from KT is really high.
Yeah, true.
Their damage can be really high out of nowhere. And if you catch a carry, things go south very quick.
That is true, but it's very low against Ornn.
True.
Like you've got Talia Ezreal, and then like Rumble will do damage if he's overheating and hitting an Ornn, but like outside of that, their damage is actually like if they're hitting Corki, then it is high, but if they're hitting Ornn, it's really low. So
that's fair.
Like a big onus on Driver to be in the right place, of course, for that to actually matter. But I actually think it's a pretty decent draft against what KT's showing.
Thanks for the sub there, Heifer. I appreciate it.
I'm just going to up the YouTube volume because I can't hear the casters.
Okay, I think I'm going to be a considerable amount behind you because of the stuttering, but I'm not stuttering anymore.
Okay, so you let us know what your time is.
I'm at 30, 31, 32.
Audio output down then, Sam.
But hang on a second, there's maybe any trouble here as we move through.
A bit of invade coming out from KT.
Okay, not gonna lose too much there.
Okay, well we'll have to. We're just doing some audio stuff on this side, Bastion, and then we'll sync up a little.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay, sorry. What's your time at?
So I'm at 52, 53.
Okay, so you're about 10 seconds behind us. So we'll. Have you? So you've double timed and stuff like that. We'll stop at 1:15.
I'm excited to see them.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we've got to pause just to make sure that we're synced up with Bastion. So this will just be for a couple of seconds. You let us know when you're on 1:15. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, cool. Right, so we should be synced now. That's just for the sake of everyone in the call being synced up. Cool. So Doggo started Valkyrie there, I believe, while we were messing around with audio.
It's harder to play around vision, but
which is not great. Kyling's burned his pots, both his pots as well.
That's
Oh, no, did he just not buy them, actually? It's sometimes Nami doesn't buy them.
You can kind of stagger them.
Sorry, I missed some of the details there.
If that Braum shield is used,
Possible, actually. Does anyone see?
Chat.
Well, because he started heal, so I don't think he would have used pots and had to heal himself.
Yeah, that's true.
True. True, good call.
Did CFO pick red side? No. So the way it works for the quarterfinals is a little strange. The team which was picked out of the draw first gets side selects in the matchup. So I believe that's G2 versus Top Esports, and then AL versus T1. They get game 1 side selects.
Yeah, but by design, in the
3-0 teams will always get first because they are the ones that draw first, right?
Yeah, the 3 teams get first.
And it means that if you're in the the 3-2 bracket, you're pretty much inevitably going to be
However, in this case, the 3-0 teams are the ones that were drawn first anyway, so it still holds true in terms of the draw because the 3-0 teams were drawn first. So just, yeah, that's the catch-all for all matches.
And then the opposite side of that is if you're in the 3-2 bracket, you're pretty much guaranteed.
Oh, he didn't buy pots, by the way. Mid laner, check the VOD. Cool.
There was a chance that Top Esports could have got side selection, but they didn't anyway. So
yeah, well, yeah, that's the only one. So there's a couple of 3-1 squads that could have ended up in that position. Yeah.
The games yesterday would determined by that as well. Genji, actually, because they were both the 3-1.
3-1. That's what I'm saying. That's the way it works, working for 3-1 things. So say like if you were 3-2, you're
no. But I thought the comment was that there was a chance that Top Esports G2 did it, but that was the only one I thought was the. So it did apply to Genji actually as well. Not that it mattered to the matchup at all.
Sorry, I mean between the 3-2 teams.
And the whole point is, hey, we hit that first
anyway,
and suddenly we can actually turn
lanes aren't going phenomenally, except Hongq. The one I thought would be losing is actually doing well.
Level 1 blue buff Nami, that's what we're moving towards.
I mean, this world has
oh, base Dark Seal buyers in the middle lane.
Hell yeah, always get a first back. Hang on a second, Braum passive.
Peter? I think Peter's dead, isn't he? Oh, the jump away! Junge is allowed. Junge is alive. Dog team could do a lot of work. Oh, Hongq is dead. Yeah. Braum is getting out. Yeah.
Braum value, man. Also, Ezreal with early Conqueror is disgustingly strong.
Yes. Dogtime did just get to free 5 most of that. That's a lot of flashes blown by KT though.
Yeah, and Dogtime walks away with
it is, but they're all on really safe camps.
Here we talked about, how you're
I've got the PC down by my left side, so you can't do that. You'll have to shift that way because I can't. I don't want to knock the PC.
No, I'm just like I was told
Just don't bump your chair left, Sam, because you already got the real estate on desk space here, Sam. Okay, so Braum passive is really broken. Not gonna lie, I thought Peter would die for that, but I guess Dogtown was first in. This is probably all. This is all the cost of starting Valkyrie bot lane, really.
Yeah.
Because if you have Frost Bomb early, you should always have push as Corki Nami. The fact that they had to start Valkyrie is disgustingly
very sad. Yeah.
How awake are KT? It has been 12 days since they last played a game of Worlds. They have only played 4
Don't
games
worry,
of Worlds
KT will go 2-0 up and then get reverse swept. It's the funniest possible option.
It's the funniest possible answer, yeah.
That skirmishing, that team fight, working out well for KT.
Oh, I'd rather they just get swept.
Slightly odd that it's in the early game.
Doggo's ganking.
So Doggo
the unseen Corki is the deadliest. Do you miss the Corki package at all?
I do, to be honest. Like, I know it was like disgustingly OP, but it was also fun to watch.
It was really funny, but also just made the champion really hard to balance.
Yeah. No, it was. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed the package moments.
Yeah.
But it is a really concerning start just because it's not just about those kills.
It was basically impossible to balance around dragon fights though, so it needed to go. Or it needed to be an ultimate.
Yeah, they made it like 5 minutes 30 because of that, and like, especially in solo queue, that just didn't matter. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like it was a cool concept, but like balance-wise, effectively you just had a second ultimate that was like way more.
That was your ultimate. You didn't really have an ultimate without it. You know, Rockets didn't really count.
Rockets definitely counted on old Corki. The AP poke was ridiculous.
That was during the last couple of splits of Corki, because remember AP Corki wasn't a thing up until like the last half a year of Corki.
I still think the Rockets were pretty crazy prior. I'm not sure I agree with that. Oh, fantastic. I believe we got a coffee delivery. My God, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolute best. Thank you.
You are the best. Thank you so much.
You got us a coffee.
I did.
Oh my God, thank you.
I did. In fact, it was offered, and I said, God, yes, please. That would be amazing.
Oh, that's beautiful as well. Wonderful.
In a minute and a half, he's going to be in a fairly good spot. Hits level 6 just before that happens.
Where's the CC from CFO? I mean, Nami Orn is a decent combo if both of them get active.
Yeah, Nami Orn, Shinzao's got a bit to go with, and I think like Aurora isn't necessarily CC, but there's lots of target access. So I don't think you're that.
My worry
struggling to deal with.
My worry is if you don't have a good start from Nami, then the Orn ult is just going to get nullified by the Braum shield.
So you just have to play that safe, and you can.
Is Rel not the pick over Nami? CFO really like this bot lane because it's meant to be lane dominant. Obviously, that's not been the case this game because they had to start Valkyrie on the Corki, which is
unfortunate. Yes. Yeah. And Dogdam obviously is very famously a very good Ezreal as well, so he's in a very good spot this game.
Yeah, I got a bunch of casts in on his Ezreal 11 LPL when he was on FPX.
Indeed.
Like they have this ward that's just sitting over towards their Gromp, and it's been
Still, I don't think CFO are necessarily that miserable right now. It's still more than playable. You do have that potential to play around probably the next dragon or the next set of or the grubs which will be coming up at some point soon. I'll note that KT did get the early dragon. They got the first couple kills. So they're not miles off a feat of strength kind of angle here either, actually. They need, obviously, another kill and then probably another couple of objectives, but I think if they do contest grubs, they could potentially be threatening that quite early.
I'm really quite worried for CFO if they're giving up early gold leads. I think that's KT's early game is where I thought they were most vulnerable. If they're actually coming out swinging in an early game, I don't know if CFO
I could agree with that.
Have the best angles against it. Because, like, KT's late game team fighting has actually been very good. That's typically where CFO have found their advantage too, I suppose. But, yeah, I don't think CFO can afford to give up anything more than this.
Corki's not here quite yet, so Dalkson can get quite a lot of value yet. Weaver's Wall.
Okay, good early ult. Very good early ult.
Doesn't have a second grab there. Nicely done.
A lot of damage.
Oh,
he failed the flash.
Well, hang on. Look at Honku.
Cyclone. Cyclone's way more important than
yeah. No, driver?
Okay, driver's here.
That's not a bad double knockup.
Oh,
not bad, driver.
Oh!
Not bad at all.
Still losing 3 grubs. Doc down.
BDD. Oh, this is a bit of a disaster, I fear. Oh no, hang on, Doggo survived? Jesus! He went for a minion, my go. Q? No, they can't get...
He just hit landed the Q. He just landed the Q.
Yeah, 1 for 1, but the problem is they're losing a lot on that
But, I mean, KT still get the better out of that trade just about, I think, and they also get the 2-to-1 grubs.
Yeah. Late with the TP if he was going to actually do it, and Doggo
the other thing is whether perfect wasn't even there, right?
Does anyone know the cooldown of Braum Shield maxed out? When it's maxed out, it's still like 12? No, it's like 10 seconds at max rank or something, right? Depends how much CDR you've got.
I thought base is about 12, but I wouldn't swear by it.
It might be a little under 10 seconds.
It could have been a very different
story.
Buzz gets out, but watch Driver here. Dogdam misses one mystic
Driver saved the day here. I can't believe he lived too.
Same. Yeah, I thought he was going to get blasted.
CFO were able to get one back. Doggo goes a bit too
far. Dogdam missed a lot of abilities in the midst of that.
This is the seismic shove here. That could have been another
yeah, I would say if BDD had landed that would have been a very bad time for the bot lane.
Yeah, and honestly, it would have been a game ender. Like, they could have gotten all 3 of those kills, and then that's probably all she wrote. The game will, of course, go on, but still, it is fantastic.
8 seconds on no hits.
Wow, there you go.
You're down a man, you get a grub.
Well, I'm happy with Honku played that fight.
You create this lead on purpose.
Honku's actually doing well.
Honku's doing really well. Driver, so they're going to have TP advantage.
Yeah, it's just a problem that they lost early lane.
I think KT are feeling super confident about their position.
Yeah, if you're picking Corki Nami, you really need to win. I don't know what happened with all 1 because I was trying to sync. But
yeah, same. We missed a little bit of level 1, which I think is actually very impactful to this game. I guess it was just a Braum level 1. Just walking in with Braum.
I think that's what it was, yes. They walked in through bot lane tri-brush.
It's still mostly components apart from a Sundered Sky for Ginger.
It's also, do you really want to contest this if you're CFO? Flashless on your Corki. You have that Triforce now.
Same me or the bottom HUD a little crispy today, graphically.
This is really difficult to contest.
It's a little, isn't it? There's something about the numbers aren't quite...
Well, the images as well just look a little bit
yeah,
crispy.
No, I'm with you.
will also go over if you lose.
We are
it,
on
right?
1080p, guys, so it's not like we've not got.
But I agree, KT
Morning,
definitely
Liz.
has the better positioning. They have push on bot, they have push on mid. They're there first, you know, with the vision setup.
All right.
Around, so CFO are absolutely considering it, but it's going to be so tough to work your way in.
Basically, no flashes on either
Alex, if CFO win,
yes,
should we go to Reva and get ourselves an oyster each?
I don't like oysters.
And neither do I.
Also, Dad has an oyster allergy, and I don't want to taste it. Okay, Brawn value.
Oh, Brawn value. That's not a bad tidal wave. That's not a bad tidal wave.
Junja's doing
Not
bad.
okay. That's not bad at all. It's alright. It's unfortunately the Wukong still got the double.
Yeah.
That was good work from Junja.
Given the situation he was in, Junja sundered Sky Valley kind of went mad.
Yeah.
Hey, JB, how's it going, by the way?
Hey, hey.
A friend of yours, I believe, Vestian.
Sorry?
JB. From JB. I see you two interacting on that one social media site that we're tied to as part of our industry.
Yes.
Facebook.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
well, we're such big Facebookers, guys.
As far as your summoners and your carries are concerned as well. I mean, Ornn is top.
I don't know, just playing against early advantage. I mean, with Braum, it's just so annoying.
Genuinely a really good ult, and I think if Honku had managed to get over the wall and survive there, a 1-for-1 would have been fine.
He was never getting there, though, realistically. Facebook's your I knew you were a Facebooker. You gotta book those faces sometimes, you know? I did think for a while, before I was, you know, tainted with knowledge of the internet and social media, I did think it was like a very weird diary where you just put like photos of people in a diary.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, before I had like a phone and stuff. I got my first phone because teachers messed up and didn't tell me that I wasn't meant to go home at a certain point because I had to wait at school for my parents to come pick me up. So I was like walking home, no one was home, walked back to school, no one was there. I was just like spent the whole day walking back to school and home. And they're like, yeah, we need to get you a phone. This is actually really kind of spooky. So I was like, you know, I don't know, I can't remember how old I was, but not that old, you know?
Yeah.
Isn't Galio better into Rumble than Ornn? The thing about Ornn is that Ornn brings you the actual dedicated engage, whereas Galio follows up on engage, and CFO really need the engage options.
I think Ornn's better this game.
It just sucks into the Braum. Honestly, Peter's MVP so far. He's been, well, Cuz has been excellent too, but Peter's been doing a lot of good work.
Yeah, I mean, Peter's died for his team since a little bit, but like I think that's more than fine, right?
Kind of Braum early game is the MVP, but Peter has been piloting it, so what do you value? You know, the pick of the player.
Fair. At least Honku's gotten some gold. That's probably not a bad thing. I think Cuz being so far ahead, that was going to be such a problem.
Because the other, especially with like the Wukong being damage against the Ornn, which is something which Vestian was talking about earlier. The damage against Ornn actually does matter when it's Wukong who's ahead.
Especially if he gets to Black Cleaver quite fast. With the tunnel, is that going Black Cleaver? I forget.
He's going Sundered.
He's going Sundered, yeah. Because I know sometimes if you get really fed on the Wukong, you just like rush the cleaver. Let's see what he can do. Goes across the first. Okay, he's fine.
Get the summoner out of driver, that's all they're really looking for now.
We got Triforce on Corki now. And one thing I know about Doggo is he will be using that Valkyrie to trade aggressively.
For better or worse, agreed.
I can't believe I got the version of Doggo which would do nothing in fights and like sit at like R range and Corki and do I'm genuinely still really quite put up for this now. I'm genuinely annoyed that I got that version of Doggo. Oh, what did LPL do to him?
Yeah, it doesn't make you curious, right? Like, why? I mean, the only thing that's like, it was not even a year. It was a couple months in between him joining CFO, and that's what he's been the whole year. So like, maybe it's just the coach that like lets him play how he wants to play. I don't know.
One of the coaches for Ultra Prime was actually pretty good. That guy, because he was a coach which moved over. I want to say from because he ended up getting coached by Doomby a bit too, actually in his last year. Because that's a bit too much damage to take to randomly drive. Well, okay, it's okay for now, but a little bit worried about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened in that team, but actually Ultra Prime were genuinely quite exciting as an underdog team, despite like their assumed level on paper. They're an exciting team.
Oh man,
right now it feels like has double buffs once again.
Game's still not out of reach. Also, like we're starting to get close to having Ornn upgrades.
That will matter. That will matter. I agree.
see if they want to try to challenge, because Perfect is just.
We just got to not lose the game before it.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's basically going to be on the one item spike, so I imagine Herald and or Dragon Fight will be significant. Driver, I think is actually okay here.
Hang on, if they can blow Pit shield, so now you have the Ornal. If Driver lives.
Doggo has to flash as well. Cuz doesn't actually have the best time there at all. Oh, Doggo. Oh, Doggo. Oh, BDD is just dicking on him.
Honky is not doing bad work.
Oh, Honky!
Bad from Honky's going to burn out. Perfect's got him.
He's dead.
Okay, the shutdown's nice, but you're losing mid-turret, which is actually the big loss here.
Absolutely, but like the fact that somehow Honku managed to get that shutdown is miraculous.
You take what you can get. You take what you can get.
Yeah.
Though also, like, what? Like, Doggo just doesn't get a way out, basically. That Glacial Prison, not Glacial Fissure ended up being really nightmarish for him.
Peter's been playing
great. He also W'd forwards, so...
Wow. We did say he's got a W forwards.
About that whole trading aggressively thing, yeah. So, I mean, blowing the Braum shield like that would normally be a game changer, but Driver's taken so much damage, he can't just immediately slam the Ornal in. So he only slams the Ornal after Doggo's dead. I think, I don't know, I think KT are doing a good job of chunking down Driver so he can't really perform frontline the way he wants to.
Honky's trying. He even got extra passive off on Peter. That I wonder whether the Spirit Abjuration healing might be enough to keep Honky up, but no, Perfect blew the flash. Though we'll see again, a lot of flashes down here, and that might be good for CFO.
No ult. There's just actually no ult. That's the only ult in the game just used and didn't hit anything. Driver.
Can they blow the Braum shield? Again, Driver's HP is enough right now.
Hey, here's the Braum shield. Underneath to try and get out. Doesn't have ult.
They don't have ult. They don't have ult anyway. I'm done.
Yeah, no, there's just no ult. Okay, this is nice. Oh,
not bad. He'll trade his life for it. That'll be Atakan, I think. We'll look at Perfect.
Yo,
not bad.
Driver died.
Okay.
Who cares?
Equalizer. Oh, perfect. That was brutal.
That was beautiful. That was really good.
Okay, folks, it's okay. There is still the reverse sweep angle. There's still the reverse. It's the funniest opportunity. You still have the reverse sweep angle.
Imagine if KT of all teams is the one that wins well, not the 2018 roster. Oh, Perfect and Peter, baby.
It wasn't 2013 5 games versus SK Telecom. It wasn't 2014. The only team. Doggo's just dead here, man. Oh, wait, Doggo does get the shutdown onto Dog down there, but yeah.
TP behind.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay. What? Who is this? On his ult. On his ult. Use it.
Can you see them? He doesn't see him.
No, but like, you could probably have a good educated guess, but...
CFO are trying desperately to make these plays happen, but they just cannot find the moments that they need.
KT are just way more coordinated right now. And the early lead was too much. You really needed the early game bot lane pressure, and that didn't come through.
BDD, I just really love BDD's angle, I'm not gonna lie. And then also, watch Perfect equalize in a second. It's so good.
Yep.
Junja goes in, lands a great smite, but they know Perfect is about to have his equalizer back up.
The front line's just getting shredded.
Ult across the entire CFO team.
So I think if you go even into mid game, you're absolutely right. The front line damage isn't crazy from this team, but they just didn't reach there at a good enough goal point.
I've been really impressed with Perfect's
rumble usage. If you had told me out of everyone on this team who would be doing the best was Honku, I would have called you a liar. But he's been playing really well. I'm pretty happy with Honku this game.
Yeah, I was about to reference him that Talon was saying in my Discord the other day. KT Rolster are the only team to win a summer split and not qualify for the World Championship, you know? 2014 summer. The only team ever to win a summer split and not go to Worlds.
That's just insane, actually.
Yeah, so they won 2014 summer, then they lost in regionals to Najum White Shield. And that was rookie as well.
Right around the corner, they've delayed a little bit. You can hope to maybe.
Now this team is just uniquely cursed. They do make me believe in the supernatural. There's not something has not gone right with this team.
I tell you what it is, Alex. It's this simmering excitement I feel within me.
Right.
It's just building for KT, you know, guys.
Oh, I did want to, you know, maybe for semifinals I bring this out. I did actually want to write out like the time-dependent Schrödinger equation. But then just replace like time and position or momentum and position with excitement and form. Because it's the only way that I can rationalize this team. You know, the more excited you are about them, the worse they get. But the better they are, the less excited. You know.
Oh, Peter. Oh, he's putting him on the pan.
The oysters are falling as KT comes.
And into the fire.
Stand up, put another pearl on the necklace, KT.
Put another pearl on their necklace. Very good, Medic.
Peter just blast cones himself in there. He said, "We don't have a gauge. We don't have a gauge." Are you seeing this?
2
game?
kills,
Peter
but
is just
yeah,
I don't know. It's like, this is just kind of falling apart now. I think CFO they can't get anywhere on the map. It's very hard for them to walk anywhere. BDD still has ult 2. They still have equalizer.
And if you don't respond, you're just gonna get wiped.
This was the first time Peter got to fly to the country, and he was like, what if I do that in-game as well? It would be perfect. And it has been absolutely fantastic.
Like, I think it's also been quite telling that despite the limited engage, KT been very good at making it work regardless.
What the hell is a prom doing here?
Yeah, Peter is just making action
they're playing very well this game.
Every fight is a good one for the team if you've got them behind you. He's able to force it. They get those kills. They take Otacon.
Being a KT fan is to need heart pressure meds. Very true.
Further and further ahead. I agree. CFO is going to keep fighting it out. They're not a team to just bleed out slowly, but it does feel like this next.
We will not be bleeding out slowly.
Yeah, we will bleed out fast and aggressively.
Right, CFO. Even against
with intention. When I die fast.
I've always kind of been of the belief that like playing slow to try and get back in is like. I mean, it just barely ever works, you know.
Depends on the
team. It feels
like
it barely ever works.
It depends on the team comp, right? Like when you've got Aurora Corki as your carries, less good. I mean, when you have like Sivir Azir, you know,
playing for late is not a bad option.
In fairness, playing slowly and playing for late, that does tend to work.
Try and draw out the game in 90 minutes, you reckon?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, you do have Ornn. It's pretty good at that whole thing. Chemtech Soul could be worse.
You know, when you're looking at the map, like that is
well, that, and we stole release the dragon, so we bought ourselves 5 minutes there.
This map is so dark, though. You've got a few wards on the entrances to the topside river where Baron's spawning, but you genuinely can see absolutely nothing. Look at that ward line from KT. If you go look, basically you can see over by the Gromp bush, all the way up and across in a massive line. It's basically keeping CFO out of everywhere. And again, you tend to look at wards in lines rather than in areas. And those lines are very, very high for KT.
Yep. Typically you play around. If you're the defending team, your vision goes from. If you're on the defensive, your line of turrets, and if you're on the offensive, then it's obviously just outside their line of turrets. And of course with the outer ring down, and yeah.
Ooh. Oh, nice Valkyrie.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good gang cycling though.
Herald, Weaver's walking. That's tier 2 gone. And no one dies with it, which is no bad thing. Honkyu. Bloody hell.
Honkyu's getting passionate. Oh my.
More passion. More passion. More energy. I would say the Leandri Shadow Flame combo is definitely doing a bit of burn to Peter at this point. Because Braum definitely with the Redemption build is not that tanky to an AP Honkyu. I think they can threaten this, you know.
Yeah, weirdly Aurora's pretty good against stuff like Braum. So you have so much random % HP damage in.
But you've got to take your chances.
Yeah, and I think CFO
Aurora is, I don't know, uniquely kind of disgusting in the fact that she can build anti-tank build and still kill squishies.
I hate to tell you this, Vestian, but I would like you to look in BDD's inventory and wince at the itemization there currently.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That just means as soon it's going to be a zero stack mid.
That's how you get rid of the gold.
Yeah, I see. That's it.
Got a Sundered Sky and the Black Cleaver for Ginger. So if they can find the back
what a fool I am.
Yeah. And this guy's been watching quad VODs, I believe. So you watch him get one shot by Doggo's Corki very soon.
Man.
Oh.
That's not bad.
This is good.
Hang on, this
is really good.
as Baron spawns.
Oh, baby. Jonesy needs to get out of the pit now is the problem.
Oh, no,
does he?
Needs to get into it.
Go on, Honkyu, the passion, the energy.
He doesn't need to do anything.
Oh, Forge Guard. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And the ults don't really land for CFO.
BD diff.
Oh, no. My goat! Oh, Perfect's got his well. Honkyu got him. Oh, that's it.
Oh, talk about my goat, man. What the hell?
I think Highwing can keep them alive, you know.
I don't know. You have Solero coming up now.
I don't know. I think Honkyu's scary.
Okay, so that's.
Oh my god.
That's a 3 for 2, right?
Yeah, it is, and some big shutdowns.
Good from Doggo. They didn't get Cuz, so that's so actually I don't think they got the big shutdown.
I thought Doggo had it. No,
they didn't get BDD or Cuz.
I thought Dogton still had one.
So one of the kills is onto Peter.
And then KT is saying, okay, but we maybe
Okay, I got a little scared here.
Look at this equalizer from Perfect.
Because I thought that Honky might just get immediately blasted.
But instead it really gets
I mean, BDD.
CFO doesn't know how to retreat. They're going forward. And it works out so well because it's Doggo that you keep your eyes on.
Bro, what's this?
To Valhalla we go.
Oh my god.
Into the face of
yeah, he
now
gets
what
the same amount
AD
of
carry
gold
in the world?
And that makes the difference here. There is no AD carry left.
Dude, that guy just Valkyried to use it as a rumble ult, didn't hit it, then flashed over top of him anyway. That is, bro.
That is going to get him the death cap. Another,
I mean, it's probably worth it. Stick your on just retreating there. You lose from the Ezreal rundown.
Yeah. No, I think it is.
Yes,
that's wonderful from Honky.
Not bad.
Look at the damage from this dynamic duo, Honky and Doggo, making it work for the team.
And as much as Doggo has been around for a while, we've seen
it's been a very good Aurora game, actually, on the whole.
Is the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. I think Honky's playing. Oh, he's got a hat. He's got a hat off that.
And you're getting upgraded
now. Upgraded Shadow Flame.
We saw him first at MSI
I'm trying. I think you don't get. Wait, do you get any flat pen from Shadow Flame upgrade? Maybe you do actually.
I think you do. Yeah, it's one of the stats. I think it's just good. And I know Shadow Flame is supposed to be one of the better Ornn upgrades.
In this game, flat shred's pretty good.
I mean, this is a team that
like basically no
I
one's
mean,
built.
you're steering down the barrel of currently only the boots has MR. Well, I guess Peter has some, but like,
I mean, even then, does he really? He's got a bit of. He's got Locket, I guess. That's is
yeah.
That's
Do you know if any of the casters when Peter's been on Raul have done that? Peter, the horse is here. Thing.
No, I'm not. I did make a Peter takes them out of the pan and into the fire. I had that one earlier.
That's nice.
So I thought that was quite good.
And that's what they're going to try to do, but it's 25 seconds until
that's all I got. That's the bit.
Importantly, Katie's still very much
well,
in the driver's seat in this
we're getting Ornn items. Well, I'd like to get more than just the two, but
I'd also like $100,000 and 3 months off.
I've got another one for you.
Well, he's one wave off another. They really need to play for that wave.
Yeah.
Get it onto driver. If they can get that, that's a Doggo upgrade or a Jundra if they value the health a little more. Although he didn't get it.
I like forcing through bot lane. Forcing through bot lane.
They don't have time.
But
Dragon Soul.
They have to force a lot quicker.
Jundra, you need to not eat Rumblies like this.
It's gone.
And now they're stuck in the fight.
Peter Perfect's got a really good angle. Redemption. Oh, that's not a bad warn ult, actually.
Perfect's down. This is bad from CFO.
The loose driver, so 1 for 1. Oh my god, the damage back is pretty good. BDD's got a really good angle, and Dogdam and BDD are really high HP.
Doggo's still pretty high HP too, though.
But the range discrepancy, I think, is going to be an issue.
Oh,
yeah.
Disaster.
Oh, Shadow Flame's just pure AP. It doesn't doesn't matter. It would have been exactly the same as Death Cap. Well, CFO a little bit slow towards the objective, but I mean, what else can you do at that point, I suppose?
They were cut off.
BDD has a stack or two.
And they were shot down. CFO, they were hoping that could be their fight, but now KT, they're not actually going to.
And now BDD sadly has quite a lot of stacks.
Yeah.
He's an avid librarian, an avid reader.
Priceless moment there as KT secure the soul. With it, they go to 9.5k ahead when they secure this.
All right.
But
Well,
CFO, you are walking wounded. You are limping.
this might be game one looking a little doomed. You know what? One good thing is there's a lot of powerful champs taken out already. And like I do think we are pretty good with the Weird and Wonderful.
Yeah. What's the name of the upgraded Trinity Force? So the thing is, technically now they don't have individual names. So it used to be Trinity Fusion, but now it's just Masterworks Triforce. But I like the little individual names for Ornn. I think it was I don't know, fun creativity.
Yeah, there were some good ones. Syzygy. Deicide was always my favorite.
Rabadon's Death Crown.
Yeah.
Molten Edge.
Yeah, indeed.
Worm Fallen Sacrifice.
Blood Wards.
And then corral them into position where they can knock them down. Towers falling now for KT, and it feels like that base is surely going to fall.
Well, upgraded Mirror Mana.
5 players trying to defend this top lane at tier 3. KT with the
Yeah, it probably is the best one actually. It gives you a mix. I mean, Triforce used to give you better stats, but now they've changed the calculations, so it is the same like Gold Valley for everything.
Yeah.
It's going to start to walk
yeah, it's
his
just
way
what
across
stats do you
towards
want
this
now?
top side, then goes back to mid. Again, the wave's not
There's
quite
a reasonable
synced
chunk
as
onto
well
Peter.
as
Has
KT
redemption
would like
unlocked.
to. They do
How does Doctum have so much HP? Because Triforce and Shojin, between the two of them, give you an extra 700 HP. I think it's 400 for Shojin, 300 for Triforce.
Yeah,
which is a lot.
Yeah, he hasn't bought in forever, so he's on equal items to the Corki right now.
Oh, that's fair, actually. Yeah, Doctum is not actually really going well. Good call out.
That, but CFO still able to defend again. The mid lane wave about 5 seconds away, and because of that, CFO can clear, then walk back towards mid. You see KT
Yeah, this hasn't been the greatest of syncing of many
No. I mean, Doctum just bought an item and a half on reset, by the way. Bought full Threadles and a BF sword. How good is Korea? Saw on Reddit, Flandre is the only non-Korean solo laner to win since Worlds since 2012. Yes, that is true. Give him a slump here, but his Flandre's Worlds win was really legit. The thing about Flandre's career is that he peaked years before he even went international. Snake Flandre was individually way better than any version which came compared to the level of his time. No, he was solo killing the Shy at his peak and stuff. He was like the one guy that was genuinely competing with him. Pretty much every game. It's very, very good. In fact, he solo killed him as Karma versus Fiora, which is really fun. But yeah, when Flandre won Worlds, he was, again, he's this guy that managed to, later in his career, he's not been as strong a laner, right? But he's found ways to be very creative to hide his weaknesses, and that is a strength in itself, right? Ah, that's a jump through the... Oh, great from... Oh, that's insane, driver! Oh, hang on, can they get Cuz? No. Well, he has a GA, and he just slaughtered Doggo. Cuz had an awesome Cyclone. Yeah. Full contact team fighting, guys. CFO make the play, and then Cuz and Perfect go absolutely not. That's it. GG.
And they immediately turn towards the Nexus.
On Q, he's hopping around, but there's not really much he can do.
Well, I'm not going to lie, that wasn't particularly close. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I really, like, I mean, the game very much depended on bot getting ahead, and then they got rid of their, chances of winning that lane by starting Valkyrie, so...
1 out of 3 down.
Yeah, I think sadly that game was, I'm not going to say lost at level 1, but your plan is completely derailed at level 2. Yeah, you can't afford to give up, like, Valkyrie start level 1, you know?
Yeah, I agree. But Honku looking good.
Look, it's just the reverse sweep angle, that's all I'm saying. It's just the reverse funniest possible angle. Yeah, considering, actually, on that note, that there was a real world where I think coming into this series people went, look, BDD should realistically be much more consistent than Honku, who for all he's been very hyped up is still a rookie, has still been inconsistent. He's had his highs, but he's also had some pretty serious lows, and BDD might be a pretty tough order. Actually was the best player, I think, right there for CFO. Not that BDD played badly, I think he had a very good Tillia game, but if there was anyone who was matching fire for fire properly, it was Honku.
Yep, I agree. I think Honku, this was like possibly his best game so far. Although he died a lot, but like so did everyone. It was just by virtue of how the team fights went.
He took a lot of people with him.
Yeah, no, that's like the main thing, right? It was never like he just died randomly. You'd always get 1 or 2. I'm pretty happy with how Honku played that, but whatever happened level 1 to cause Doggo to start Valkyrie really made that game difficult, because it then led into the Scuttle Crab fight, which we didn't have push for, where in any logical game we would. So
I'm gonna run to the bathroom if that's all right.
Yeah, and the big thing is
can you stop bonking my chair? I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get out. Yeah, can you? I can't go either way.
You can push it backwards, Sam. Push your chair backwards instead of twisting yourself into me. There you go. Jesus.
And then it still looks a little dicey.
I'm sat here getting assaulted by Sam's damn chair.
Like yesterday, I'd raised the height so I
You didn't clearly hear, Sam.
Yeah, I know. So I think
so. Sam, in his infinite wisdom, decides I'm going to turn the chair. Bonk. Can you not do that? Oh, don't worry, I won't do it. Bonk. Does it again. I go over and does it again. Does it get 3-4 times just to make sure. Never make the same mistake twice. Make it a few times just to make sure it's really wrong.
I was trying to figure out, like, have you raised the
No, I haven't done shit to my chair, Sam.
So the thing that's really the thing that's weirding me out.
I'll stop bickering now, but yeah.
So the thing that's really weird is I actually genuinely changed the height of the chair yesterday so they wouldn't clash.
As Peter would say,
I don't know whether it's sad, whether it's
going up. If you haven't seen that, Peter.
What's the BLG news? Hang on, is there BLG news?
But I want to point out his kill.
I haven't heard any BLG news.
Just how good his Wukong was at getting onto key priority targets through the early skirmishes, like you said, Kobe, into team fights. Like
Have you been anyway, Bastion? What have you been up to? Besides watching Worlds?
So instrumental.
Yeah, I've been good, man. I just a lot of cruising, really. I helped organize a cosplay event for like an after party for one of the con thing we had.
Oh, very cool. Oh, I saw some clips from that actually. Yeah, I saw Andy Serkis and what's his name, Elijah Wood get asked if because it's Lord of the Rings is a PG-13 movies. Where would you have one F-bomb to put in the film? Where would you put it? That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a good bunch. Very very cool that we ended up having them as the actors at the show.
Here in this quarterfinals, so we'll be back right after this.
Okay, I mean, pretty disastrous start, but I think the fact Honkyu looks reasonably on form is a good sign, because I don't think Doggo and Kaiwing are going to get this man handled consistently.
Yeah, I think you're not going to be up against the Braum level 1 again, which does hold. Let's be honest, Ezreal Braum is one of the hardest to shake bot lanes in the game, and they did get ahead. So like, you know, what can you do with that? You know. Not sure what we gave Slay. Hey Mercury, by the way, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, you have to make a trade somewhere, right? I think that you got a decent Shinzo Aurora angle, and I think that actually both of them played very well on the whole. Given the state in the game, I think that Junja and Honkyu overperformed given how far behind they should have realistically been. And then yeah, I think the big problem was just lost lane pressure at level 1 from bot lane. And how do you needed that bot lane pressure and you didn't get it.
Yeah, the game definitely felt like it was somewhat spiraling after the Scuttle Crab, and obviously that is just the natural progression of what happened level 1. So, I mean, I'm still feeling confident. You know, like one game's not the be all end all.
Yeah. And let's be honest as well, like I don't think CFO are expecting to sweep any series in playoffs. They shouldn't. A single loss shouldn't rock their mental. Not really.
Well, I think we've seen somewhat that, you know, they're okay. They're able to handle a loss.
Yeah, Wild Rift has augments based on pro players. That's cool as hell. Why can't we have that? What? What do you mean there's a faker augment in, like, the augmented ARAM? What? Why can't we get that in League?
Because Kitty needs to find his mama.
Honestly, that's kind of funny, though. What was the augment called? I'm a baby kitty, where's my mama? Like
yeah.
They know the audience of ARAM players. They know who they're marketing to there. Are you an ARAM player?
Not really, but I have played a bit of the augment one. I like Arena, so I gave it a try.
Man.
To be honest,
what's your Arena go to?
My favorite Arena, like if I got to just play one champ kind of thing.
Yeah.
I go through phases, but like I'm a big fan of Zyra.
Same.
But I never hit Minion Manta, so I kind of get pissed off at Zyra a lot of the time. Yeah, but if I get True Shot Prodigy, it's just Jova.
Yes, I reached rank 1 last set by just spamming Zyra. I've got top 100 on every PB in a US set and rank 1 in the last ranked set with Zyra, because that champ is so busted.
Yeah, no, it is really good. You only kind of lose if people start hitting perfect tank augments, as I found.
Yeah,
but
and
even then, if you get items that are good against it,
if you get Infernal Conduit, then that cancels out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what is happening with my internet connection?
Yeah, I think Zyra is probably my favorite to play. I'm also a big fan of Lilia.
Right.
Like if I'm playing it with duo, like having a tank or like Maokai Lilia, I find really fun.
My internet on my phone is nicht so gut.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go hit the bathroom and hopefully not miss the champ select. But I mean, I'll see most of it anyway. But give me a second.
Oh, I can't open that link right now. There's apparently some BLG drama. Hang on, my internet on my mobile internet on my phone is not working, and I don't know why. So I need to go get the Wi-Fi here. The fact that I don't have the Wi-Fi here is a massive oversight anyway. Okay, folks, I'm gonna go on a quick break. I'm gonna go make sure I can get the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go say hi to some people around here, and then we'll get to it. Okay, be right back, folks.
Every moment of your journey, crystal clear. Landscapes, absolutely stunning. Close-ups, sharp and full of vibe. Group shots, packed with detail. Zoom in on one face, still flawless. Colors so real, every scene, every smile, unforgettable. Oppo Find X9 series, Hasselblad telephoto, zoom into detail.
I got this old thing and the bill from the store where I got it. Figured you could beat it with a better deal on one of these big boys.
It doesn't work that way.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal.
You don't know that?
Red Bull gives you wings.
也是 LCP 的主播 JR。10年前的8强开启了我的电竞梦。虽然说曾经跌倒过，但我们始终相信着自己的赛事。S5 世界赛的主题曲是这样唱 ：We are the ones to ignite the darkest skies。CFO 10年之后再度照亮我们的天空，而现在正是创造新纪录的时刻。CFO 加油！
Beautiful.
Great to hear there from JR.
Beautiful.
The LCP broadcast. Obviously worked closely with Chori as well, who only left that broadcast this year to become coach of CFO as part of the team that is igniting the darkest skies.
Why haven't you started coach yet? Don't love your region as much as Joey. Is that what it is? You hate G2?
Really quickly, our team makes quarterfinals, so maybe you should become a coach next year.
Okay,
Anyway, we're going to get into draft for game 2 of this series really
That's
quickly.
bullying when you say it. It's fun when I say it.
Can't punch down, you know?
CFO have elected to move over to the blue side, and is Rest subbing in the top lane for them. He's seen as the more creative of the 2 top laners. Driver kind of the workhorse who works really hard, whereas Rest is seen as weird, wacky, loves to be boisterous, and I wonder if we'll see CFO trying to bring something a little bit more eclectic out in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can bring out. I think KT have very often looked at this Rumble as kind of like the pick over the course of the tournament in that top side. So now that that's taken away, I'll be very curious to see what their new plans are going in towards that top side of the map.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so far he's played, the Rumble, which is gone, the Sion, which I think is going to remain banned, and then it's been, Renekton and Rex.
Yeah,
right? So
he dropped it. That's my boy right there.
Standard from him. It'll be interesting to see if he wants to
Azir open, Orianna open.
I feel like if they wanted him to get funky, though,
imagine if we ban one of them, they ban the other.
We are just going to get more standard stuff. Ori and Azir are both up here, so either we're going to get a trade or we're going to have them potentially getting banned outright here. And we'll see, that's going to be the kind of key to me, because that really does dictate the first couple picks.
Noise is open, but okay, so it'll be an Orianna Azir trade. What side do we want? Honkyu's played a lot more Azir than he has played Orianna.
I just kind of saw that as like a guarantee, because to me that it's like, if you don't ban Sion here,
drink secured, draft is on. Hello, Vestian.
Yeah, also Sion. Hello.
How you doing?
We've got Azir, Orianna, and Sion all open.
Fabulous. Oh, why am I seeing the random volume?
So now it gets, I guess, like if we're happy with either side, okay, they ban Sion, so that means it's Azir, Orianna. We get the choice of which we prefer. I think it should be
yeah, I agree. I think Renekton first pick.
Okay, there we go.
Azir is definitely the right way forward. Yeah, I'm gonna say I would choose that.
He clicked the wrong Shuriman champ. It's fine. It happens to the best of us.
After the best. Oh, you should have been Xerath, right? First pick Xerath. Correct? Yeah. That's the one.
Imagine trying to do that.
I mean, who would do that?
All right, lock it in, man. There we go. Okay. I'm getting stuttering again.
First pick Bel'Veth. You're not duo. Stop this. They might try to leave Azir open on first pick. That's exactly what they did. Cool. Hello. Jarvanori is the response. Alex, would you like blueberry or tropical?
I'm actually okay for now.
That's
fine. Coffee in it. I will leave that decision till later.
Can I make a choice then?
Yeah,
sure. I'm gonna go for tropical.
Nice. Blaubeer. Oh no, it's Heidelbeer. Which I believe is blueberry.
Okay. Yeah. I don't hate the Trundle. I don't hate it.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I will say Trundle is quite annoying for Orianna, and you can mash Jarvan, who goes in and gets pillared and has a bad time.
Unironically, I think that Gnar is really good here for Perfect.
You're not wrong, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Gnar here.
I think Gnar's really good. I think that you destroy Cassante Trundle. Okay, they go Renekton.
I'm happy with this.
I don't know. Renekton is, it's whatever, I think is my...
Early laning pressure from KT is getting a bit out of hand now, though. Orianna, Renekton early game. If you get through the early game, fine. Yeah.
There is a world where Doctam looks to just slam Caitlyn and say, okay, what do you have?
Draven.
Yeah?
Draven into Jarvanori is a choice of all time, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If you do Draven, they ban the Draven,
Everyone said that. Every single Draven game, people have said that, you know?
The thing is, you're not wrong. And he also just goes full tank, but like Bruiser build, so it's actually quite hard to watch.
Draven picks will continue until morale improves.
Or, well, in this case, until it's banned away, because they don't have to deal with that issue.
No, and in fairness, like Renekton at level 1 loses hard to Draven.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but anyway, we don't have to talk about it. Gone.
But anyway, enough about that.
And now for something completely different.
I have slain many geese in your name.
What?
It's one of the memes that's going around.
What?
If you know, I'll show you the video later.
Okay, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Slain many foul enemies. Yes, geese in your name. Civet? Okay. Speed up for Jarvan. AoE for the Cataclysm can be a bit miserable into Trundle, who does not care for your spell shield in the slightest.
You might... do you have to Kai'Sa Xayah here for Doggo?
Kai'Sa Alistar as well.
Kai'Sa Xayah, think about AD carries.
Yeah, I'm thinking you could see...
Oh, and Doggo as a Phelios is really legit.
It is. I like this.
It's risky.
The reason
as
I
hell,
don't like I don't like Xayah.
Come on, Doggo.
Because like,
okay, Kai'Sa's good here. Alistar?
Yeah.
Alistar messes with Sivir spell shield is more my thinking. And you can survive the burst by pressing R and then be okay.
I also think maybe Rakan as a takeaway.
It's up, that's true. Yeah, and take it away from Peter, that's fair.
I think it's just so good with the Jarvan as well, so you kind of need to.
I hear you.
And it's a second ball carrier, so you got double.
We might just put Cowball on the other side then instead. Peter will be happy. No, they banned the Alistar. They can't look for it anyway. Look, it was banned away, so I apologize.
I think the Rakan makes the most sense anyway. Like, you really don't want to give Rakan with both the Orianna and the Jarvan, so...
The only thing now is, what do you lock that Trundle doesn't just subjugate? He's going to Nautilus and deal with it? I guess so.
Well, Peter's a good Nord. Well, I say that he did hook under tower to his death versus top east multiple times, even with the win. I don't hate this from CFO. There's obviously threat. There's threat of Nautilus, Jarvan Orianna. I mean, I think it's completely playable for CFO though, no? I mean, K'Sante can just press W in front of the engage and be fine in a lot of situations.
I like this. I mean, I think this Azir champion is still so unreasonable. Yes. Like, lane sucks, but...
Especially if you have someone... If Azir ever has someone to stand behind, this champion just pops off.
Yeah. And very flexible in terms of builds.
3 even.
Like, I feel like Azir is part of what makes Azir so scary is the fact that you can build a lot of different builds depending on team comp. You can play a lot of different ways depending on team comp. You're good defensively, you're good offensively, you can play slow fights, you can play fast fights. Like, there's very little that Azir doesn't have an angle to get involved with. Which is kind of wild.
Plus he's a main that's good on side lanes.
Yes.
Which is just, like, overpowered.
Threat destroyer with Nash's Tooth, has mobility, has CC, has consistent DPS, plays from range.
And puts up a tower for defense. So actually play a little more aggressively than usual.
Like, I think he's a cool champion, don't get me wrong. Like, aesthetically, I think this champion is so cool. However... I can see that his kit really does have some very, very annoying elements in the sense that he does quite a lot of things, really.
Onto the stage for game 2. It would be really interesting for KT to go...
I have a question, because I keep getting the buffering. Are you able to stream on Discord? And then that way it's just completely...
We can see. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Sure, why not? We'll try.
Because I know you're on a different setup. If you start having internet problems, then that's fine. I'll just deal with it. But,
okay,
I don't know why
that's fine.
today...
Oh, that is very high settings. Let's turn that down a little bit.
In outer space.
Okay, we're going to go put it down to like this, and hopefully that's fine. Is that okay?
There's no gravity, then the roller coaster
yeah, it's working good to me.
Level 1 again from KT.
Yeah, so Ginger's no flash now.
This time it's not lane defining at least.
Is this KT's first red side game of the tournament? Really now?
Okay, I'm actually just going to play it really safe and put it down to 720 for you, by the way.
That's fine. That's completely fine.
So hopefully that's going to be fine. So let us know if we're dropping frames or anything like that on stream, folks, or if the quality starts to drop. I think it's fine. End of the day, we're doing G2 office. Good setup here, but yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry for being difficult.
No, you're not being difficult at all.
Doesn't do this.
Actually, with that, okay, folks, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something funky then. Hopefully we don't miss anything too important, but this means that we can get way ahead of where we were. Who won draft is playable for both sides. Cool. Okay, so that means we're up to like true live. Isn't Driver CFO's top lane? They have 2 top laners, Rest and Driver. They've done a top lane swap the entire year. It's very cool.
Oh, it is the Taeyin swap as well.
Yeah, Kai'Sa, I mean, it means that Kai'Sa gets a little bit more solo XP. You get to escape the Nautilus level 1, which can be really annoying.
And you get to try and keep the Renekton down a bit as well, which is not a bad thing.
Well, it's not like Kai'Sa does too much to him. Like, you push in the wave, but he still gets to get some...
Yeah, but it means he doesn't get to abuse K'Sante.
Tell you what, right? Tell you what.
Oh.
There is some... Hang on a second.
Not bad from Honky.
Okay, this is not how the matchup's supposed to go. Hey, my boy.
We saw this between Faker and Jojo as well. If you manage to get lethal tempo ups and keep it up, you can take like a very extended trades.
There's a flash angle and heal. Yeah. Oh!
Bloody hell.
Flash. Heal.
Because his hook hit the terrain.
Oh! Kaiwing was almost there. You can see why he was standing there still.
That's a real heartbreak. That.
Yeah, that's a disaster.
Because look, when you're doing the Taeyeon swaps, supports do get a chance to roam at about level 2. We've seen that pretty consistently through ASI and then coming into Worlds as well. The fact that Kaiwing is slow on the roam, despite nothing keeping him from roaming, is rough. It's rough as hell.
Kaz is here. Honkyu's level 2. He's down 10 CS and a kill. That's rough, man.
Please do not head towards us.
Oh dear. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. That could have been very bad.
Yeah, it does mean that the wave is not. It was unlikely to kill. The problem is just that Honkyu wanted to hold the wave, and now it's going to crash.
Yeah.
He could have clipped the wave here, because now BDD gets to crash it in, get some under tower poke. Oriana's one of the best champions at poking under tower in the game.
Yeah, and she's got Ionian Boot, so she can just cycle through abilities so fast.
Oh, KT's early game's actually looking good. That was. I didn't like their early game in Swiss. This is much better. Okay. But yeah, I was going to say this before. There is some Renekton E-start press the attack tech where you can beat AD carries pretty insane.
Just because you get on top of them, basically.
You through the wave, auto. You can actually kind of. Oh god. Oh dear.
Honky still has TP.
That's not on Kaiwing. Honky misplayed. I think it was a slight overstep from Honky, which was punched very heavily, and it was disrespect. You're right. But basically, I think Honky was making that play with the expectation that Kaiwing would be there, but then he died. He disrespected too much because there was obviously miscommunication between the two of them. And obviously, Peter got to mid lane about 15 seconds more quickly than
like we had a hook under turret into a retreat into a heal play into Peter backing away into the flash from BDD. So that's like 3 whole acts before Kaiwing is there, right?
Yeah, it is his own fault for dying. He shouldn't have been there like that far up. However, I do think that Kaiwing could have been the solution and he wasn't. So it's kind of like that's part of the nuance of talking about this stuff. And if I was on broadcast, it'd be like, goddamn, Honky, whatever. But then the caveat is, realistically, Kaiwing should have been there at the right time when he wasn't.
Yeah, and like, for all that it was a mistake from Honky, it is also worth saying that it is not a mistake without thought behind it, right? Like, the idea is, I want to stay for this lane, I've got Kaiwing coming, we can bait someone to overstep and we can play from that, and it's a fine line to walk and it's an overstep, but it's not completely dumb.
Also worth noting, if Kaiwing had gotten heal, double battle shield, battle dance into a W forward, BDD probably dies.
Yeah. So which is what they're trying to bait for, right?
It's most tragic because Honky was doing such a good job and just as well.
Now he's now down to 20 CS. Yeah, see what the recovery is.
So now you're down in top lane and in mid lane, and jungle didn't get to do much with no flash early game.
Doggo's even, I guess. Oh boy. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Barrier from Doggo though, all the same.
Slow cooldown, quite similar.
Yep. AD carries just use
what I'm doing.
Anything these days.
Because looking to style on CFO on this bottom side here, already forcing CFO.
Let's get out of here, guys.
Good to see you, Derek. Yeah, we're live from the G2 office where the setup's looking nice and cool. We are at the G2 watch party as we speak in the other room. They're all watching on the giant screen.
Yeah. And by the way, if anyone is around Berlin, come and say hi. You can come to the G2 office, get tickets to the event, and come say hi to us.
They are also free tickets, by the way, guys.
Tomorrow,
so you don't have to pay for them.
Yeah. It's like it's not a ticket event, but just turn up. Come say hi to us. Also, obviously G2's playing tomorrow, which is going to be a barn.
Should be a great time. Peter? He's all right. Okay. Peter.
Jungler's here.
The jungler's here.
I'll keep working on it.
Luckily, there's a family support.
Shut up.
You're kind of happy here, CFO, that you didn't
the confidence I can have in Honku this game, at least he's on the champ he's played the most this entire year. So.
Yeah. My worry is that the knife's edge he has to walk is really harsh in this game, though. At least he has a frontline to stand behind. I think if Rest and Junja have a good game as a frontline, then his game is much easier to play, obviously.
Absolutely, and I mean, ultimately, once he gets into the side lanes, things get a lot easier. It's just trying to survive this part of the game is not easy.
If the gold lead holds at 1,000 gold, I think it's fine. You probably do want to try and get some plates on the other side. You could play for Grubs, maybe.
Yeah, you don't really want to give Grubs up against Ori Renekton, who are very good at pushing in these side lanes.
Can you fight Renekton Jarvan level 7 and 6? I feel like this is a really big power spike for KT, no?
Yeah, I think it's too scary to fight.
Like,
yeah, I think. Well, no, it's more like it's a big problem giving 3 Grubs over. Like, I'm not saying you can win it. I'm saying if you give it over, it's a problem.
Okay.
So Junja might look for subjugate flash out play if he can smite.
Watch perfect.
Yeah, Renekton. He's just dead.
Yeah.
Subjugate's not bad, it doesn't make a difference. So and that's why I say it, because despite the fact that they were unlikely to win that fight, you do not want to give 3 Grubs over. So you can tell the mentality heading into it is, well, I really don't want to give this up to see if we can cheat one. You die for it, but realistically, you really didn't want to give that over.
There's 3 Grubs and a kill. Oof.
Morning, Amber.
Hey, Amber.
The more they're losing on that bottom side, that's a wave that's completely gone, and Junja has just had zero chance to have an impact.
It's tough. I think, like, the fact that KT are absolutely... I was not expecting KT to be this dominant in the early game. And I think, especially from the members that have been, like, I think Perfect has largely outplayed both top laners.
By the way, if KT make it out of this quarterfinals, first quarterfinals win for KT ever.
Yeah.
We've had, what, 3 quarterfinals exits in 2015, 18, and 23. Never made it beyond quarters before, despite being one of the most iconic teams in all League of Legends.
Good shout.
We were there for one of them. We saw 2015 World's quarterfinals, in fact.
Indeed. It was a great one. Do you remember watching Deft on EDG lock in the teleport Jace, Alex?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I've got a story about that, so a bit of background story for you guys. So I got tickets for that World event through my university esports society. The part of the reason we got those tickets is because one of our guys was a Chinese exchange student who had connects with EDG. And they were basically, at this point, Korra 1 wasn't playing. Are we fighting us? We might be, you know. Okay, we'll hold on to the story.
He doesn't have flash.
Nearly the pillar.
If they had gotten that, there was a no flash, no ult Renekton. That could have been a free kill.
Yeah, unfortunate. Back to the story. And at this time, Korra 1, who was there, the captain, the top laner, huge part of EDG's strategy, had been subbed out for a while.
And he'd won MSI as well, importantly, too, earlier that year.
Yes, he had. So it was a huge thing. And then I had heard through my friends, like, the reason they've not been playing Korra is they've been holding him back 4 quarters for these secret strategies. And so I knew ahead of time that Korra was coming in, and he came in and just ran it. He wasn't good.
He ran it. It was really bad.
When they brought him in, oh my god, Korra 1's playing. It's incredible. He's back, and then it's just like, oh, TP, and like the dev ducks TP Jace bot, and it's a disaster.
It was TP bot. Triforce Jace AD carry.
Yeah. Oh.
It was not the best time to the LPL.
But they came in so excited with all of these, like, oh, that's actually not bad at all. You take that win, and Peter goes forwards.
And something that could be exploitable. 45 seconds until the dragon.
Dude, Peter's just got a summer home in this mid lane, man.
Kaiwing's here as well. Oh, not bad. No. Kaiwing slain again.
I swear to God, this guy has a fucking summer house in mid lane. I mean, okay, that was awesome from Peter. Now the thing is, again, I'm like, realistically, how much of this is on Honky, how much is on Kaiwing? It's a healthy amount of both, you know?
Better ganks, Kaiwing. Better ganks.
And better days. Oh, man.
It's about to be a... I think... Ooh,
good ult!
Dog walks him!
Damn, son.
That was nice, actually.
Yeah.
You take what you can get there.
I mean, it's smooth moves from Doggo to survive in the 1v3, but at the end of the day, as you say, that's
still a flash, still an ult.
That's flash, that's ult. and your defensive highlight is just staying
I mean,
alive, while KT
I
is
feel
gonna start
so bad for
saying,
Oggy. Look, as a mid laner myself, sometimes you are left in these scenarios where like, well, I'm either dying for the wave or I'm getting nothing of value. And sometimes it feels actually worse not doing anything and just losing the entire wave like that. I don't know, man. I think that last one, you don't expect Peter to just flash ult you.
Yeah. And in fairness, you did have Kai Wing back. So again, it's one of these things where like, Hongq can't afford to leave there because you don't want to give up place to BDD. You're already behind the curve. You need that wave. And you've got Kai Wing there to support. You have to take the risk. Junja is about to have a really... Peter has been
Peter's been
so good.
Yeah, Peter, this is a huge support diff. Now, I do think... Now, it looks bad that Kai Wing is not there for these plays. And I think particularly the first one, you can't let a support sit in mid lane, denying your mid lane XP for like 30 seconds. You can't do that. But like, Peter's just been everywhere, man.
Hello, Charlie. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
That's some very lovely words. Great to see one of our fellow co-streaming friends. As that'll be a very nasty dive bot side.
You should, by the way, Charlie, in off-season, you should teach me how to play a Nuzlocke, by the way, because I've always wanted to do a Nuzlocke run. That'll be a fun thing to do at some point.
Yes. I mean, this has been... I was expecting this series to be arguably the closest one.
Yeah.
This is looking anything but right now.
No. There is still the reverse sweep angle. I'm just saying, I thought it would be KT 2-0 and then a reverse sweep.
That's true. I think we did have that conversation, saying that would be the funniest thing.
Look, KT Rollster will always do the objectively funniest thing.
Ooh. Okay, they get a TP. Excellent. Thanks, Charlie. We'll book you in.
It's all going according to plan. It's just the reverse sweep.
Editor's note: Keikaku means plan.
Shut up. Shut up, Sam. Wait, do you know that meme, Bastion?
I don't.
So there was this is like early 2000s anime meme culture, which was before anime was much more culturally significant and acceptable, I suppose. But basically, there was like a fan translation of Death Note, and it was like all according to Keikaku. Translator's note: Keikaku means plan, and it's just like you could have just said plan. So then it's just like this, yeah. So occasionally when something was just like really unnecessarily left in the original language when there's a perfectly reasonable word, sometimes people bring up that meme again.
Much tower damage
I see.
every single time you have one of these failed plays.
God bless Death Note translations.
Yeah. Honestly, that show has aged well. That's one of the good ones in terms of ones which people recommend and it's actually worth watching.
This is a tough game state. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I think 2 items from CFO, they're going to have a pretty good window. But I am very nervous with the snowball in the way that it is. And the fact that this Orianna is so scary with so many easy ways to get good shockwaves this game. Like, you've got Jarvan as an S tier ball carrier. Nautilus is still good. Hell, Renekton can do in a pinch.
Also, your threat onto Sivir is really limited.
Yeah.
That's one of the big worries here.
Especially from this position in the game, right?
We are in trouble.
Yeah, for this game, but then, you know, there's another one.
Oh my god, now Rest is going aggressive. Yeah, we're just losing everything. Oh, it's a disaster.
The early game read from CFO has not nearly been as clean. You know, this is actually my worry for anyone's Legend as well. Because I think that... Oh, no, okay, no, CFO did go through the 2-2 bracket, but like, I think going into quarters... Actually, this is, weirdly, this is my worry for KT and anyone's Legend. I thought they'd be coming in cold because it's been a while since they played. They haven't played in 12 days, which is a long time when everyone else is updating the meta, you know?
On the other hand, they've then just got to practice and watch everything, and considering there's not a lot of time at the minute...
He doesn't have flash. Can you get E out?
He's dead. Not bad.
Doggo, nice.
You take that, I think, every day. And the Cole's just cashed in as well. That's a blue number on the bottom of the screen. Blue!
To be honest,
blue.
that's why I have the most confidence.
Sorry, say again? Sam was... Yeah.
Okay. It's who I have the most confidence in too, but not the easiest. I mean, Kai'Sa's just not that easy at carrying a game like this. There's not really that much setup for her.
You might be able to side lane it. Maybe. But the problem is, once KT get their next dragon, then side laning becomes a lot less of an issue. So, by the way, folks, if for those of you who weren't around watching League in about, say, 2019, 2018 latest. I think a lot of people who now watch think, yeah, Honky's... I don't know, there's maybe a teleport from Rest.
Rest's coming. Good backstep from Honky. Got a shuffle away angle. Oh, well buffered, cuz. Oh, the redemption.
I actually think that Honky could have made it out with a... Wait, was this flash up?
Oh, wrist! Oh my god! Surely!
Redemption angle. Peter's pulled back. They just don't have the damage.
Renekton's free farming stuff. I think that Honky could have flash shuffled.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Cuz could have body blocked. It's a little rough because Cuz was basically saying, look, I'm not going to ult until you ult because I can just go unstoppable. He wants to body block the shuffle out.
Tough.
I was saying something before. What was I saying?
It was the Kaiser 2018, 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Side lane stuff. I'm assuming where you're going with this.
Basically, side laning isn't a win condition anymore in Modern League. Not really. I mean, it's really... I actually can't believe it's fallen away so much. For those of you... I mean, there's a bunch of people in chat who were watching all the way back in 2015, whatever. Like, team fight comps weren't always the standard. You could have, you know, wombo combo comps was a specific kind of comp because it wasn't always standard. You'd have side lane comps with split pushing. You'd have duelist comps. You'd have, obviously, you'd have lane pressure and stuff like that too, and like really early game snowball. But I would say around about 2018, 2019 was when that was the last hurrah of split push win conditions, where you actually had like, you get a duelist with some help on a side lane, a good matchup, and you can actually win the game through side lane. And it wasn't about, you know, it wasn't about team fighting.
Yeah.
The Fiora could walk into a 5v5 and occasionally win it, but it was not what you picked it for.
I'm not gonna lie. My favorite meta to watch and play was 2018, 19. I know people got really annoyed by certain things.
Jungle was too powerful.
Yeah, but I think I actually have it. Well, it was, but I also think like it was by far the most open the game has been for me in terms of what you could play. Where it was also when AD carries were not as.
I would say 2015 with the jungle changes where you could play anything in jungle.
I think
Master UTF jungle.
I think you had more flexibility in other roles, because this was also the year when we were running like Pike in multiple lanes. We were running
2019 was up there. 2019.
Yeah, we had Kiana jungles. We had fighter jungles.
Was that G2 or the meta though?
Both.
We have a problem.
Yeah. Subjugate not popped early.
Not a bad quickness.
Redemption's good.
Perfect. I think causes some trouble here. Kaiwing dies, and they just don't have damage.
And
just don't have damage.
Civi gets Sam behind the
Oh, Honky.
He didn't have flash. So... Oh, bloody hell. This is just an execution.
Peter's 100% KP right now. He has, as is BDD actually, mid support has run this game.
Yeah.
That's nearly 3,000 gold in the mid lane. Jeez. I'm not gonna lie. I think the lack of data at KT playing at this level has thrown a fair number of us.
Peter, the hook is here.
Yeah, good on Harold. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, just over in Anivia's chat as well. Like I do see some, like, oh hang on a second.
He's hit another hook.
Oh my god.
Peter, has he gone too far? He has.
Okay.
Okay. Cuz. I think BDD's about to break some records. Oh, Honky's back. Throws up a sun disc. Honestly, you take what you can get there.
Holy shit.
Doggo got a bit of gold, but like BDD is...
I see a blue number.
Doggo's at least got 3 kills. If there was a win condition here, Kaiser's up there.
Yeah. But yeah, just over in David's chat as well. Like, I do look. There is a happy medium between basically is Honky being so far behind his fault or Kaiwing's fault. It's a healthy amount of both. Basically, like Honky traded very hard. You know that your support needs to be there if you're trading hard in mid lane. Peter got there first. Kaiwing got there late. Yeah, Honky overstepped, but also realistically, you can't give up that much farm when Peter's there early. Peter was there like a good 15-20 seconds before Kaiwing was. And then, I don't know, the wheels come off after you fall behind a certain amount in that matchup. So it's a bit of both. I'm not going to... I'd have to Vodavir to like call it definitively, and we don't have comms right. So.
All right. The objective. It's just gone. Oh, we can fight afterwards,
Probably. Oh, Honky.
Oh,
BDD. Great stopwatch.
No Kaiser ult.
Okay, Cuz did.
But perfect is going to do perfect. He's got Doggo.
That's a massive croc.
Yeah.
Rock out with your croc out in the immortal.
Yeah.
Oh, and he failed his.
Oh no, it's body blocks. Perfect. Yeah. All you have to do is stand on the soldier. By the way that you can stop like the fake a golden road play, by the way, just have your frontliner stand on the soldier. I actually can't believe that so many people have played against Azir for so many years And they don't realize just flash into the Azir early and save your carries. Sometimes it is completely worth to do that.
Because as long as Azir hits you, they can't go any further. So
once he makes contact with the champion, his dash stops.
Such an advantageous position. Perfect.
Yeah, that was crazy from BDD.
It's Honku
and like the thing is, I get what Honky's looking for. It's not a bad idea. It's a lower percentage play, but again, you're in a difficult position. Doggo tries, but I think Perfect just has the right call, saying, "Look, I just get on top of this Kai'Sa, and she's dead."
Yeah, if you ever get empowered doubly on the Kai'Sa, she did.
Too many threats on the KT side. They're too rich.
KT fans must be so excited. This is where the E word gets you. This is where the E word gets you.
Can just sort of feel that bubbling.
The dragon is up in 20 seconds. This is mountain soul.
I need a word that's not
like, guys. The genuinely scary thing is, KT have looked better this world than they have done regionally.
Yeah, they have.
And
that's it.
On individual form, they have actually looked better here than regionally. And like they did beat Genji when Genji really low rolled. So we live in a world where KT could legitimately make finals.
Well, like, because I was about we kind of got interrupted by the Atacom. We got a soul fight, so we probably will save on this. It might be a mid-game, like a post-game discussion. But I don't think there's been that much data on KT playing at a high level to actually have a decent read on them. I think that's partly why people were so kind of question marking how the quarterfinals would go. And they've really turned up now. Kai Wing. Just going to BDT. But they just want to follow up.
They're trying to front him.
Because that's just a...
Doesn't get BDD. Doesn't get BDD.
Hang on, does get Dockdown though. Good depth charge. Doggo doesn't get to do anything.
No, basically after Honky slid in, he was melee range of a Renekton with full edge.
Yeah. Oh my. That is a bloody hell. That is 100% KP on BDD at 6-0-15. Jeez.
Okay, I don't think you should give BDD Orianna. I think he's actually been the best Orianna at Worlds.
Yeah.
And I say that with Chovy in this one as well. No, BDD's Orianna's been nuts.
You got Chovy, Faker in the tournament, who are like two of the most iconic Orianna players of all time right now.
We love you, CFO. And of course, this is just the reverse sweep angle that was written in the stars.
This is how they come back. This is how it's excitement now at its maximum.
I'm just saying, it is the objectively the funniest thing which could happen. The reverse sweep will come to pass.
Oh dear.
Why is this game even analyzed? CFO. Because we enjoy it. How you feeling, Bastion?
I'm still... I don't know, like both of these games, we lost very clearly, but it's also like just weird mistakes early game that we don't usually make, which means like, you know, if we can stop making the mistakes that we haven't the rest of the worlds, I still feel like we can do this, you know. Especially like, I don't know, there's always been glimpses of hope. Togo played a pretty good game this game. Honkyu in the first one, obviously Honkyu got absolutely annihilated this game, but
yeah.
I don't know, I have hope still, to be honest, but it's not.
But like,
not a lot of it.
There were a bunch of points where just I felt like jungle support were just 10+ seconds. I mean, in fact, I'm just reading this stuff of a YouTube chat, but yes, I do agree with this. I'd be interested to see how many plays jungle support were late to by about 10 seconds in that game.
Yeah.
The jungle support rotations for KT were just much quicker. Much quicker.
For sure.
How does KT have such synergy? They even subbed in and out support players and had like a bad year. It's like DRX22. Sometimes teams click in big moments. Legitimately, just you're on the big stage, you made it. Sometimes you click in big moments.
Good news is CFO were the first team in the world to reverse sweep in a best-of-5 in Fearless.
Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah. It was against PSG, and
that's a good stat. Yeah.
In the upper bracket finals in the mid-season.
Oh, there was quite a funny tweet. Was it I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone this year made a tweet like, "Wow, this is the first game 5 of first reverse sweep in Fearless." It's like, my dude, you literally played in one of those earlier this year, and there were like 3 others. But like, look here, look how late the Rakan is for this. You can't afford to drop that kind of XP, and it looks bad because he's walking forwards into the Orianna, but he's trying to get an XP range. Because you can't afford to drop that kind of XP. Like, particularly against Orianna, what happens when Orianna hits an early level 6 is that she slams ult on you and you're out of lane for the next 2 waves. So you actually end up just... Orianna takes a small advantage and turns it into a 2-wave advantage. It's really, really annoying. You good, Sam?
Yes, I'm just making tweets. I've got the script up on my Twitter. Peter's having a killer series so far.
Yeah.
Timing just late again.
As he would have wanted to be in this early game, right? And the thing I really love, as we still see Peter kind of
Just a Hongju dying montage. Hey, stop this. Hey.
He did. I'm sorry. He did die a lot. Yeah.
He did.
There's
0, 7, and 1.
Yeah.
Hey, that's passionate gameplay right there.
That's the. Is that your term for them? Passionate gameplay.
Have really wanted to take over the game is a great sign based on what we've seen from this team previously in Split 3.
And that's a crucial point here. We were expecting KT to get better at those stages of the game.
Fearless favors CFO more with BDG's champions being out. I mean, you do typically want him on like 1v9 majors because he does everything. He wins lane and he wins team fights and everything. I'm interested to see how the drafts adapt later into the series because
we have 2 top laners.
True.
From that game, you have to try and at least get 1 winning lane. You have to play better in skirmishes, better in team fights, because KT just absolutely.
It's always hard to pick.
They're making this look like a very unfair.
I really like the energy which Kobe and Emily bring to the because they're both like very high energy, upbeat people when they're like when they're on the desk.
Yes.
He has this consistent.
Alright, Kobe is kind of like the golden retriever of analysts, and I mean this in a very positive way. He's kind of. It's very hard to not be happy when Kobe is happy on stream.
Yeah,
you know, he's very infectious happiness.
He does like his passion for League bleeds through, right?
Dude, he's been a pro since season 1, and he's still this passionate about League. How?
Yeah,
I get burned out so easily on this game sometimes, and this guy is just still. Chugging away.
I'll put this out there.
Just goes to Grandmaster for fun.
Arguably, my favorite League of Legends moment from a caster ever is the "I never doubted them."
Yes.
Right? Like that. I really dislike this narrative that casters can't have biases.
Yes.
Having people like Law playing into the memes for the excitement stuff with KT is great. Having Kobe like, God, yes, I love COG.
We had that with DFM.
Matters. It's okay. Yeah, like these are people too who love these teams too, and it's okay. It becomes an issue when then you start
when it starts like when it starts reducing the quality of your cast because like you start detracting from other teams because of your bias. Like, oh well, actually, it's not that good because it's blah blah.
Yeah.
Like that's when it actually starts to be a problem, really. But,
exactly.
But that's not something that you really see at top level of broadcast.
Yeah, whereas actually Kobe does it the way it's like, no, they're destroying my hopes and dreams. Why is this team so good? How could they do this to me? Kind of thing, which is kind of more entertaining, right?
In the LCP, I would like, obviously when there's a Chiefs game was on, I would be overly supportive of the Chiefs. You know, the literal only Oceanic team in the world. Yeah. And like, the chat would be like, oh, these casters are biased. Like, no shit, man.
Yes.
We're from OS, and there's one singular OS team in the world.
What I'll say is, what often has to be the balancing act at that point is your co-caster then also playing along with it and playing the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
So like, I'm very happy to be biased for one team, but then like, I kind of need my co-caster to be like egging me on the other side of it. Yeah.
That did happen in the LCP because Blue Panda's quite a contrarian.
Good.
So it kind of like works out in that respect.
It can be risky to be a contrarian, but the art of disagreeing in a fun way is actually quite a hard one. So being a contrarian, very valuable, but you do need to thread the needle with that a bit.
For sure. But yeah, I think it's like honestly, I think being biased to the team that like you support actually adds to the quality of the cast. Like obviously not going over the top with it, but like you got to show emotion when you feel it, you know? Like you can't part of casting is like being real as well, I find. You know, like I never go onto a broadcast and act a way I don't feel, because then I just like if you get asked to justify it or whatever, it's very impossible to.
Red Bull gives you
like I mean the big one in EU right now is stuff like KC and like the Spanish teams and stuff like that, right? So I mean that one's a little bit hard to navigate because obviously we have, you know, so Jack Spectra, obviously he played in the Spanish scene, he played on Heretics for a while, so he actually has some connections to the Spanish teams. And then you have, you know, Law who's on the French teams, but not everyone on the broadcast has like a direct link to those teams. Not ones which the fans immediately recognize anyway, so it's a little hard to be like, I'm in this camp or whatever. But Yeah, you can do like little shout outs and whatever. What we tend to do with that is like throw in an extra line or two of either Spanish or French to kind of add to the occasion. We had a really fun one in LPL actually where we had the Bellissimo BLG for shout out Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish, sorry, Italian. I'm dumb. I just Spanish in my mind.
Grazie ragazzi.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that can be quite cool too. I mean, that's more flavor, right? That's not bias. But you know what I mean, right? Trying to speak from one team's perspective can be...
Yeah, especially when they're doing well, right? It's nice to like celebrate. I tend to celebrate rather than undercut where I can.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go look for a snack real quick.
Go for it.
And get out of this room very quickly.
We run ads. Yes, we have. Cool. Yes. Fabulous. Bias cast needs the straight man to set contrast to enhance the drama. Yeah, exactly. And or you just need to actually like... If the other team that you are biased against, so to speak, is doing well, then actually what you need to do is actually just go, man, how could they do this to me? This other team is so good. They're destroying my hopes and dreams. Man, they're so good. Because that's sort of the reason, like, Faker being the unkillable Demon King and the inverted commas villain to would have been Ryu, right? Is kind of fun in its own way. As long as you give them props, like, damn, this team is so good. Wow, that's incredible. That matters too. You can definitely do it that way. And you just have to say, like, look, these teams is just incredible.
Yeah.
And the hopes of dreams of Europe die at the hands of the unkillable Demon King. We're gonna need another hero. Like, that works just fine.
Yeah, it's always important to celebrate the success of everyone, like no matter if you have biases or not.
Well, KT is 2-0 up, and I'm going to bed. 11 years has taught me they get reverse swept now, and Talon's got it. Sorry, mate, go on.
Tell on.
I'm sorry, I cut you off, Estienne. What were you saying?
No, I was saying it's always important to celebrate whoever wins, no matter if you have biases or what. Because like the whole point of casting, at least this is my perspective of it, is like I'm a vessel to tell the stories of the players, to bring up the players, the teams, the organizations, whatever, you know, like that is obviously adding entertainment while doing so, but like I think it's so important that the players get their stories told so the fans have something to get behind is kind of like the most important thing to me when I'm casting anyway.
Agreed. Because again, like, you are the framing for everything, or you are providing the framing for a lot of stuff as well, so you need to be explaining why people should be interested in this game, and that might be mechanical, it might be gameplay related, it might be... Oh, fabulous. I'm going to claim...
No, take the plate.
Oh, I'm with you now. Yeah, that does make sense. I'm going to claim whatever this thing on top is. No, am I? Yeah, we'll go for it. It's on top. I need another plate. As Alex has got these for me. I don't know.
All right. CFO have been in this position before and still won.
That's it.
It's time to do it again.
Did they do that in winter? I'm trying to remember when they did that.
It was mid-season.
Mid-season,
so
right. Spring, yeah. Was that against PSG?
Spring Upper Finals. It was, yeah. And they were getting absolutely destroyed in Game 3 as well by Casters Lee Sin. But they had an Aurelian Soul mid Smolder bot, and
they just scaled out. Yeah.
Well, PSG lost one fight where they could have taken the dragon. Instead, they fought in mid lane. They lost that fight. And,
and now Smolder and Aurelian Soul have stacks. Ooh boy.
Yeah, that's essentially what happened.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I don't know. CFO are definitely good enough to win this series, but we got to like shore up the early game. The early game has been really, really poor, which is
the level 1 plans in particular.
Yeah, which is weird because that's been where they've been most successful so far this world. So, I mean, KT clearly done their homework on how CFO play the early game, so certainly props to them for that.
I also think Peter's just getting the drop on Kaiwing a lot. So Peter's managed to make a lot of plays, and Kaiwing's defensive counters have been, like, he failed 2 significant ones in mid lane. Yes, it's Honkyo overstaying, 2, but the fact we saw Flash heal battle dances 2 times, and neither of them saved the mid lane, and what was supposed to be a trap didn't work out, is problematic, right? Whereas Peter, it felt like every move he made was successful. And proactive. Like, did we see any real proactive plays from Kaiwing? Not really.
Yeah, not meaningful. I mean, there were looks like the Arakan and stuff, but by then it was too late.
Speaking of the man.
저는 데뷔 때부터 월드 진출이 제 꿈이었고 계속해서 도전에 실패할 때마다 다음 연도에는 내가 저 자리에, 다음 연도에는 내가 그랬던 것 같습니다. 항상 꿈에 그리던 무대였는데 그 꿈을 이번 연도에 밟게 되어서 행복한 것 같습니다. 1차적인 목표를 이뤘다고 생각해서 많이 기쁘고요. 그렇지만 여기에 나온 팀들은 모두 저력 있는 팀이라 생각해서 잘 준비해서 월드 우승까지 할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 좋을 때나 힘들 때나 한결같이 그 자리에서 묵묵히 응원해주신
It was awesome seeing like the slow-mo of whoever just being so smiley and happy, you know. It's hard to not love those images. Alright, who we got in the top lane? And Bessa's still open, Rek'Sai's still open. That makes me think Rest.
Very true.
Sion open, but like that's getting banned against Driver if he comes.
BDD is looking like he's sitting on the top of the mountain, rolling down boulders at him. I mean, this is looking tough. Because last game was looking like KT took over so fast.
It's Rest, yeah.
And,
I don't think that's too surprising considering what's still open.
I feel like you are down 2-0.
And you just know if Driver's coming in, they ban Sion, so.
Absolutely.
A little bit spicy. You're on red side. I think that means we're gonna get some interesting.
Okay, what's open in jungle? Like Vi's banned. There's the Pantheon, which hasn't looked that amazing.
Now you can see it. There's just no.
And we might be coming down to the Maokais and the Sejuanis, which, by the way, Junja is really, really good at. We haven't seen him play them for a long time.
It's Pantheon
yeah,
Poppy.
I see the Pantheon.
Pantheon
But
Poppy.
the Pantheon has looked kind of weak.
Yeah, it has. It's just that all the other AD junglers are out, so I think Pantheon Poppy are up. They're valuable. Outside chance of a volley bear.
Okay, so if we're looking at reverse sweep angles, what do we need to see for CFO to get better? I'm assuming better early game, better level 1 plan, winning bot lane if we can get it happening, and yeah.
I mean, ultimately, to me, it's just been the level 1s and, you know, the time there and after. Because we haven't really been able to see CFO because they've just put themselves in such
huge
rough
deficits
positions from the very onset.
I can agree with that.
So Ryze is gone, so they're not buying into Ryze Cassiopeia BS stuff.
Agreed.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I think Hongq has, yeah. I mean, game 1 wasn't bad versus BDD, but that last game was just lights out, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What do we have? I mean, I'm most interested for bot lane because we know Doggo will pick Lucian, he will pick Draven. Okay, we've banned Ambessa. So Sion are open, but we know that if they pick it, we're going to pick Rek'Sai. So this is something we know. Rest will put Rek'Sai into this. He did it against FlyQuest in game 2.
Yeah, Sion is up, and I feel like you have got.
So there's no Trundle, so this is just a free Sion pick. So what do you do? And you don't have Ornn, you don't have K'Sante.
Okay.
You can Mordekaiser to take him out the equation. Now, so Weibo did this and it was kind of fun. You can do double removal. You can do Mordekaiser plus Poppy and just say you want to play front to back. No, we have 2 ults to remove someone from the play.
Okay, go the Rex angle instead.
Yeah. I mean, Rest completely dominated Bwipo in this 1v1 last time.
True.
That's true.
So whether that just because Bwipo was playing poorly or not, it'll be interesting. We'll find out here because Perfect had a very good series for himself so far.
You could Aatrox for the 1v1 matchup, but doing it early is risky for Aatrox.
Rest, I mean, both of them play Aatrox, but they don't play a lot of Aatrox. I wouldn't want to see it. Okay, if we pick the Caitlyn,
the nice from Dr.
I kind of
Peter.
like this. Yeah. What do we pair alongside it though? Are we going to go range? Because then it leaves us a little vulnerable for engage, but that would just mean I think Junja would go Maokai or Sejuani, which is fine.
If you go Alistair, you are just getting blasted in 1v1, and then what you're doing is a Taeyin swap. So you're gonna, if you pick Alistair, you know you're gonna swap. And then the problem is, CFO have shown what happens when you swap very good level 180. I mean, hang on, guys, Dogdam is...
He's a Draven player.
Okay, so they're not going to go for the swap. Okay, so they're just going to go sack bot lane pressure, Ziggs Alistair, soak up farm.
Unless BDD's playing at mid.
Because legitimately, you could have locked the Draven and done what CFO did to T1. This is the setup for it.
I'm just saying, BDD could play that mid. That could still be the Draven angle.
Not blind Ziggs mid.
The important thing about that, though, is that we also had Kiana against Vi, so we got to guarantee, essentially, where Junja could start and play the jungle, which you couldn't do at this point of the draft because you'd already locked in Alistair, and there's no jungler.
Yeah, but you could have locked something like Poppy, which is disgusting at early levels.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Poppy's still through the draft, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should ban it, being that we have a Rek'Sai.
Yep, I think Poppy's a good ban.
Also for the Bard, actually. Hey, Katari, good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, come through a portal straight into a wall and dying.
KTP Genji playing Zoe
very
6.
hit and miss.
That's true, they did do the Zoe Ziggs comp. You're actually right, that was the 11 kill Zoe game, so it could be Zoe for the double poke. And in fairness, for all you can build to magic resist, I don't think it's enough to deal with that amount of magic damage coming at you.
That is true. I mean, also, this is a game where Caitlyn can kind of ult you on mid waves because there's no lifesteal. You have Alice to heal, but obviously later in the game, Caitlyn ults will do
Caitlyn's pretty good at poking out Ziggs. I don't normally like Caitlyn ulting just randomly in lane because most AD carries have enough sustain, but
Ziggs does not. Yeah.
Doesn't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got people who can theoretically tank it up for you, but, you know, will they always have someone around to do that for you?
What would you play in mid besides the Zoe? I mean, it really depends on if Honku blinds or not, which I doubt he will.
No way.
There is an off chance we get Junja Kindred, which he's really good at.
True.
Which would be quite fun.
I think BDD actually had. I was wondering about the Yone. There is an Akali angle for both teams actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Particularly to threaten the Ziggs.
Could we see the fun Silas Akali?
Well, Silas is gone. Got the Akali.
They locked Kane. I would be about to scream.
The Juck Skull?
Nah.
I don't like that against literally no auto attackers.
You only do that against Jinzhou, which is gone.
There's the Kindred you called out.
Damn, Vestian call out.
I mean, Junja is a Kindred player. I can see it.
Well,
I just don't know whether it's a great draft for it.
This is why we pay you the big bucks.
Okay.
But the problem is Poppy's up.
Okay.
Okay,
we're not paying you the big bucks. I'm sorry. The big bucks are gone.
No, my reason of saying that was if he's getting last pick, it's almost certainly Kindred.
Yes.
But with this stage of the draft, with Poppy up, you can't pick Kindred because you put down your ult and everyone just gets sent out of it.
And also, Alistair is kind of annoying because you get headbutted out. You're still quite short range until you get marked. It's very easy, especially if they're going for a poke comp for Kindred, just to sit there and get poked. And there's the Zoe. Good, Mr. Kagi. Good read over in Anivia's chat, reminding us of that one. There's that one.
It's Mr. C. Agree.
That
Kagi.
I agree. I went because it's capitalized. I just realized
there's an R in there, Sam.
Yeah, I just got it wrong. That's true. I just got it wrong. Is it C agree or Kagri?
It's not Kagi.
I know, I just got it wrong.
Okay, all right. So Viego. God damn, Viego as well. Hang on, Viego's kind of nuts here. Viego can be actually very good versus Caitlyn because she can't escape you if you ever get like a flash W angle.
Yeah, and I think there's also like you've got double poke / burst to set up for VO to steal bodies, right?
Quay is very risky here. Now, the thing about this is you do tend to have better wave clear a little earlier on, and you can QW the return point from Zoe, but if you ever get hit by a bobble, you are doomed.
It's a bad time.
There is... BDD does have to be careful on the Zoe though, like with the access that you can get to her thing, right? Like if you come back to your ult and there's a rest there, then a trap goes down, like you are getting one shot.
Yes.
So,
and also
the
Bard,
easiest Zoe game.
Bard can also ult you on your return point as well. There's a bunch of things which can threaten BDD. So BDD has to play well individually. Luckily it's BDD. He's very good at that whole thing. Do they have enough DPS for the comp CFO have? If they get the first kill, then yes, Viego will do the rest.
Yeah.
This is the first Viego at Worlds too.
Tanks very well. We have, I mean, Hui doesn't do that amazingly, but it is into the Viego, Hui's actually not bad. Like, Hui, a lot of people I feel have a misconception on Hui. I actually think he's good into low range. Like, he's not really a poke champ, I don't find. You know, like in the team fights, you're not really trying to poke people. You kind of want to lay down the field.
You're an anti-dive comp.
Maybe champ. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the Severing Bolt is fantastic follow-up on divers. Yeah. So you have got some ability to do that, but I agree. He's more than just that. And if you're taking him as a Xerath XP, then you've got it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
His Fireball's decent, you know. Like there is some use for it, but it's not a specialty, right?
No. Hey, this is a hard game for Hui, man. This is a crazy 5th pick, I think. I think this was a really bad 5th pick.
So fun fact, and since we're in the G2 watch party, allow me to have this conversation, because I was chatting in an interview with Rim, who is G2 Hell's mid laner, who's a massive Zoe player, really, really big Zoe player, and was chatting with myself and Chelsea Bites, who's another one of the G2 content creators, specifically about the Zoe into Hui matchup. And she was saying, like, look, mid-game is fine, but actually laning phase, the Hui has a lot of good options into you as Zoe. Yeah. Basically, because you're so telegraphed, it's very easy for him to, A, get wave control. He's got better wave control than the Zoe, despite some of the changes to help her with the backline minions in particular. But because when she portals, it is so easy to fireball you, so easy to Severing Bolt you. It can be quite tricky. What you do end up, though, is in the mid-game, he hates the bubble. So if you can play around that, you do get a lot of value. But it is strictly, I wouldn't say a counter pick per se, but it is a good laning matchup into the Zoe, and you can sort of trade range for range, and you've still got a lot of sort of like control. Understandably, as a control mage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, also similar to like, you know, the rest finding the teleport back angle is like you can put down the whatever the fear's called. I can't remember the name of it, but
Grim Visage or Gaze of the Abyss are the two fears. So the fear that makes you just run away is Grim Visage.
Gaze of the Abyss isn't a fear, it's a root.
Gaze of the Abyss is the root, yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's the one I mean. It's like if you ever go forward and like Honkyus are playing aggressively enough to be able to put that down, then you're just like gonna get rooted up, and again you fall into the same issues.
Yeah. I will also
bot lane's a really good matchup for us.
Yeah, big time, and it's actually straight up lane as well. So it's not like we're getting the Tailian swap. So the Caitlyn should get value here.
As soon as you log the Ziggs, you know you're not Tailian swapping. Ziggs doesn't want to be left alone versus Rek'Sai and
And also, I mean, Doggo is a phenomenal Caitlyn player.
Yep.
You know, penta killing T1 at MSI. This is a good start. But...
Again, another thing I resent about this player after inting all the games which I cast of him for 2 years.
That's a fantastic lower third there as well, saying like, yeah, there was like go through the different quarterfinals. 2023, that's right, out in quarterfinals, just going through them all. It's great. I will also say, not to get too excited here for KT, but like again, this is BDD's Zoe as well. When BDD was first really making a name for himself, like becoming one of the best players in the world, it was Talia Zoe, and they were unbelievably good. So when he was Gen G's mid, it was that pair of champions that like he just was nearly unbeatable on. His Zoe was probably the best in the world, actually.
Xiao, actually at that point, Xiaohu was better. Because remember, this was
disagree. I still think BDD was better. You reckon?
Well, that was, remember, in the Chinese era of dominance between 2018 and 2019, and Xiaohu was the best Zoe in LPL at that point.
Fair.
At least a lot of my LPL co-casters swear blind by that. Yago was really good at it too.
Yeah, Yago was.
But I wouldn't say that he was the best LPL Zoe, but I think Xiaohu probably was at that point anyway. I mean, I understand why Zoe has become much less meta over time, because she's just way too telegraphed in a lot of what she does.
Yeah, and they've nerfed a lot of the things that made her very oppressive, right? So, you know, like particularly the spell thief stuff, which was just ridiculous.
They come back into Worlds. They impressed with the victory versus T1.
What is that? Is that Bard just with a weird chroma?
No. Isn't it? I'm not sure. I actually don't know Bard skins that well.
Yeah.
I don't know which one this is, but it's definitely a skin.
Okay, well, bad gank. Oh, he just walks it out.
You think of Xiaohu, you think Lissandra, Gallia, big teamfight mages? Well, sure. I mean, that's one era of his play, but Xiaohu is one of the greatest mid laners to ever play the game, legitimately, and he's played many different styles. You know, you could argue that his Syndra, one of the very best ever happened. You know, he played Syndra top and stuff. His Lucian, one of the best in history. Of course, I think it fell off a little bit towards the end. And yeah, his Zoe at peak was incredibly good.
Yeah, I remember his Syndra in particular being very,
it's Spirit Blossom Bard. I mean, I don't know.
Is that the new Spirit Blossom one?
Sam, I have no idea. I limit my information I intake about Bard, because Bard is a champion which I have a significant vendetta against for many years.
Dive.
Okay.
Don't mess it
We've
up,
tried
guys.
We tried this against FlyQuest.
Drew.
All right. Junja
Flash
should
is
be
over.
Oh no! It's a disaster. Oh no. Okay, Junja's not tanking. I think we're fine. But
okay.
My lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Clip it.
Oh my god.
Look, folks, there is time for analysis and there's time for screaming at. Oh god.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
You can hear that Azael needs to be professional. It's like that's such a heartbreaker. It's like yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Oh god.
Are we gonna get a replay?
Sam,
no, thank you.
Sam, you know this broadcast. There will be a replay.
Yeah.
Because what he tried to do is flash into melee range to cancel the silent Q, and somehow he flashed over him, which is just.
This guy has been having a stellar tournament. We've talked about
him
a lot.
He's tunneling
right,
back.
it's fine.
He's tunneling back home, folks.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, I mean, okay. No one died. No one died. But considering that we want to see a good early game, that would have been really nice.
Yeah.
It's not the end of things. They just need to not get tilted by it. Settle down. You lost a flash. Sure, whatever. Flash for flash. It's the end of the trade.
Flash, and then it was the dragon that's the loss of that. But like, you're always losing the dragon, so that's why you want the kill.
Yep.
Because the CS doesn't matter either, because even if you get the kill, Perfect still gets all of it. So
yeah. One of the big things about Zoe that happened earlier this year is that you ooh, close. Spell Thief was on from the exhaust, so we had the extra movement speed. Although it was kind of off anyway, but yeah.
Mega Inferno Bomb from Dogtown. Doggo's got to be a bit careful here, actually.
So you have got to be careful. You get hit by anything else.
Yeah, that's it. Zale's on the same wavelength I was there.
He's just copying your homework.
I know, how could he? Not like he's good at his job as well. Good fear, bubble, cuz. Oof. Force flash.
Should be safe now.
Yeah.
Throw back to old Rexile. Love that thing. The farm alarm, where you just like put down tunnels in the jungle and you just never be off the map. I mean, it was really fun for pathing junglers, really boring for anyone else in the game.
And really unfair for the other jungler.
Yep. Oh, Rexile was unbalanceable for years because of that stuff. Nice combo.
Yeah.
How is Doggo so far behind in XP? How's he a full level down in XP? I know this
just left.
I mean,
it's wild.
Well, Kaiwing leaving would give you more XP because it'd be solo.
No, I'm saying like in terms of the CS, it's just been like not winning.
Well, I was thinking about no. This so obviously just got shoved out in lane. He's collecting clashed waves, so the CS will be better. But yeah, Doggo being a full wave behind an XP with Kaiwing roaming. I mean, I know Peter was as well, but that's not good for a Caitlyn. Caitlyn wants to be up in XP and CS.
Is Ziggs that good into Caitlyn? On cue, God has to flash. Well, BDD is being so oppressive at this point.
Okay, so for those of you who are less experienced with watching Zoe, the big things are, where is Zoe in the lane? If Zoe gets to push you into your tower, Zoe's having a good game.
Yeah.
If Zoe's under her own tower, she's having a bad game. That's, you know, pretty big for any champion, right? But particularly for Zoe, the win condition for Zoe often is, do you kill mid lane enemy turret first, or does yours die first? Because it opens up so many opportunities.
Oh, Peter! I think even if he dies here, he's happy. Even if he dies here, he's happy.
Wrist? Okay, wrist is out. No,
slapped again. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Resets. And the bot back onto Kaiwing from Dogdam. Oh, KT.
Yep. The early games, wheels are coming off again.
Yeah.
And now the problem with this is, again, so now you're going to get 3 grubs out of this. If KT get enemy turrets down first, the Zoe gets extra bubbles into your jungle. When you are clearing your own jungle camp, sometimes a random bubble lands and you die. That's bad positioning on the wave from Honky. You need to make sure there's no bubble angle. Taking that random bit of damage is whatever. Oh man, and then Peter just nails him.
Nasty.
Look, honestly, BDD's had an excellent series today. I think Peter has been my player of the series.
Agreed. Oh, Lord Mega Inferno Bomb after as well. Oh,
the bubble hits. You're not running cleanse.
And I like... Part of the reason BDD is so scary on Zoe is his bubble accuracy and threat with it is incredibly good.
The thing which I'm saddest about is that I don't even feel like I've seen CFO in this quarterfinals. They've not gotten off the ground in these early games. We know they're gonna have a very cool set of team fights and like big power plays later into the game, but I don't feel like we've seen CFO get to that point. Get us better.
No, we haven't. This is
Trap.
I mean,
good satchel. Great satchel.
Took a moment to reposition himself there.
Yeah, I think the other thing we're seeing here is some of that really nasty bubble into Mega Inferno Bomb combo, where you just like the bubbles amping the Mega Inferno Bomb damage with a Luden's Echo early as well. Like, sure, eventually the Skarner will be able to tank that combo. No one else will, realistically. Not for a while. Eventually. But, you know, how long is it going to take before Rek'Sai really manages that?
Oh, I mean, I think it's the same time that Skarner does. They're about the same level of tankiness, you know? I think, oh my god.
You think?
Yeah.
I think you can get to more MR items earlier.
Because Rek'Sai can tunnel away from the bubble.
That's true. I'll give you the bubble trouble.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good CC timing.
Not even close.
Literally, Peter holds until the damage comes on through to make sure there is no window where you can get out there.
I mean, Zoe, when you have a good early game, is insane. Also, I mean, realistically, how do you stop Zoe going forwards in this game? One, your Hwei is really strong, just hits you on the return pad. Rek'Sai, you called that out earlier. Or you have something like a Bard ult, but you do have to commit quite heavily to that in terms of, yeah, I don't know. Okay, this could be okay. This is okay. Yeah, he has flash.
He just satcheled aggressively. He just satcheled aggressively. He survives. Oh, Q's just shy.
There's a flash from Junja he can kill.
Oh yes! Cuz now in danger, Tempered Fate. Oh, good buffer, Cuz.
Really nice ult.
Junja? Okay.
Actually, technically not a buffer because you're not CC'd at all. So buffer means that you still take the CC, but you kind of like go through it, you know?
I get what you mean. I'm sure, what would you call it then?
Go unstoppable, you know?
Nice ult, nice ult, nice ult, nice ult.
Oh, hang on. Got a lot.
This is a good angle for us. This is a really good angle for us.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
It's not awful.
So okay, all right, that's 2 kills back. They get knocked down and they get Cuz. I think there was a shutdown onto Darkdown too, because he had 3 kills at that point. That's good. Good.
How did Junja get behind Darkdown so that he didn't split? Because he's literally satcheled the Caitlyn aggressively rather than holding it for defense.
Yeah, well, he just walked through mid lane, but I think because Darkdown went down into River and there was no minion wave, so he just managed to avoid all vision while going through mid lane.
That's crazy.
I don't know whether he went through bot jungle to get there.
No,
I think
he went through. He came from top side. He went through mid lane.
Weirdly, that's one of the things which changed with mid lane being extended, like widened. There are some weird vision plays you can make now with.
Yeah.
I mean, did he just? Yeah, he
satchels aggressively. Watch.
I think he just walked in the breaking waves.
Yeah, he did. It was really, really well done. And, oh, that's such a disaster. Unfortunately, Junji ends up getting it, but like you really wish Doggo got that.
I mean,
I don't mind the Skarner getting it actually. You need Sam's right. You need a strong front line, and Skarner can be that.
Yeah, and again, like the fact that Skarner is now 1,200 gold ahead means he gets towards things like an Unending Despair, Merc Treads early, which I think will be massive this game if you are going to play it out against things like the Zoe, things like the Ziggs.
Yeah, and this is a really good angle for us to fight because Doggo can just put traps in the bush and you can't walk in.
Yep.
The fact they got the route onto BDD so we couldn't follow up and get value from Peter's CC was pretty big as well.
My worry about fights like this going forwards into the game is that you make one misstep and you get the resets from Viego. If you're not playing confidently and you're playing a little bit fast and loose, Viego gains so much more value.
Yeah.
Look, there's one thing that CFO are all the time, and that's confident.
True.
This is just shaping up the same way as their Game 3 against PSG when they reverse switch.
And you know, it's 1k lead at 14 minutes, not the worst. The 3 grubs is a bit scary. Peter
ulting, but like he's taking a lot of damage.
Peter, he's just about alive.
Yeah, Junja used his ult. Okay, all right. Aggressive play diffused.
BDD won't get threatened. Okay. Some good moves back from CFO to at least stop the snowball from continuing in the way it was.
Yeah. This is much more promising after falling behind earlier. You still wish you didn't fall behind early.
Cuz is so squishy.
Oh, another bubble? Jesus, BDD. Oh, so redemption just like in case.
Yeah. So that's actually the point where you need to be really careful to kind of check your emotions as the Zoe player. Because if you actually go and follow through on this, there's a chance that Junja blows your flash by tumbling through the wall.
Also, this Zoe, outside of landing phenomenal bubbles, will fall off a little bit in this game. Like, you've gone the Ludens, obviously, you can't really go anything else, and that just won't do anything to Rek'Sai and...
That's why taking enemy turrets is so important, because it means that those bubbles have more angles and it's easier to land them.
And, don't get me wrong, Skarner in particular ended up with a lot of HP, Rek'Sai's not bad. The problem is, Honkyu, Doggo, and Kaiwing are never going to be a point in this game where a 3-item, 4-item Zoe isn't threatening a one-shot near enough. Like...
That is an insane jungle lead, by the way, for Junja.
Yeah.
Both an XP and a gold.
Largely off the shutdown in terms of the gold.
Yeah, because for the farms, like, pretty much even.
Oh, the XP is not actually his biggest thing now. I think Cuz just cleared through a bunch of camps. By the way, I think Cuz has had a very good tournament so far. I think, I think that Cuz has not necessarily come into the conversation nearly as much as someone like BDD, right? But I think that Cuz has had a good tournament so far.
Worth noting as well, because I know Viego sometimes build very different things. It's the Triforce this time around as well for a little bit more sort of like dueling, I guess.
Gonna take it slow.
What is it? Triforce Sundered Sky? Or is it Triforce Kraken Slayer? Triforce Kraken Slayer is the Kindred option.
It really depends. You could, I mean, look, a lot of you can go shield bow at
Collector.
The problem is
Collector.
Viego players are obsessed with Collector because it gives them the tee-hee funny feeling where you get the execute. And it's just not a good scaling item. And like in this game, when you're up against a Rek'Sai and a Skarner, I don't know, man. You quite like having an LDR rather than the Collector later on. Collector, even when you build Collector as second item, it's already lost value. You want it as first item.
Cheaper is one of the things. And it does allow you to get towards a Mortal Shield bow 3.
But cheaper than what?
Because you want to go like
cheaper than what though?
As a crit item is one of your cheaper options. And it's and it's a better spike than LDR at 2, and you want Immortal Shield bow 3 really badly. There we go. Soul point. Oh, Tempered Fate. That's not bad.
Nice. We need Ginger to be able to get there.
Oh,
yes!
Got it. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that's Cuz dead.
This is looking good. This is good.
Oh, this is amazing.
It's the reverse sweep angle.
You get to go on rest.
Rest is in.
You get a double knock up. Doctam gets away for a second or two. Has to flash. They can drive for more.
Nah,
okay.
He's too low HP.
Yeah.
Holy god.
Oh, that's so clutch by Kaiwing.
Oh, BDD jump forward a little bit too close. Okay,
right.
it's not a one-shot angle. Okay, so you're pretty low HP. Does that lead to anything? I mean, Herald's up.
Oh, is that Ring Bolt Ango? Bang on bubble.
He's fine. There's not enough damage to actually threaten him. Again, like, there's literally, he's still fine. He's still.
Oh,
okay.
he nearly gets out as well.
That is now a 9-stack Dark Seal on BDD though, by the way. That's actually not worth it for us.
they will get the Heralds.
Well, I think I mean, maybe he can flash out, but that's still risky too. I think after the satchel cancelled his.
You had a tunnel on the ground, which was up.
He got cancelled out of it.
No, there was a second...
No, that was the tunnel that got cancelled.
So he got cancelled out of one. There was another tunnel he could have flashed over towards in Raptor Pit.
Yeah, right. There was. I didn't know whether he'd be able to actually get there.
Very good shutdown at Cuz early. I mean, this is the problem with Viego, and one of the reasons we don't see nearly as much Viego. Viego is much harder to actually guarantee surviving through to resets and actually having value than before. Even with stuff like Triforce, you're still pretty squishy, which is often why we still see sometimes Triforce Sundered Sky or Triforce Sterax second.
Yeah. Oh, rest. Okay. Vindication. Oh my god, the LCP arena. It's full.
Let's go.
And it's just maybe give CFO that hope. Control the area, control the objectives.
Oh, bloody hell, Doggo's not having fun. Force flash.
Okay, he's out.
That's fine, but flash off the Caitlyn means she's under a lot of threat.
Yeah. In that last fight, BD tried to start the fight with the bubble onto Doggo, and he missed it just about. So I meant that Doggo got out safe. I don't know why Doggo was in a flanking position on Caitlyn last fight, by the way. That was
that was the reason I was worried about that Dragon Fight. Was like, Doggo's off on one side. He's not actually providing any DPS.
Well, Rest is...
He's very well here.
And again, like, so I know that you were talking about the Skarner being the one to shrug off the damage. Like, Rek'Sai's actually pretty good against Zoe too, because you can either jump onto her and close the distance so the Q does less damage.
No flash.
Or when the sleep procs, you can press E, and that is actually buffering the CC, because you're CC'd while you're tunneling away.
Try and get away, yeah.
Also, you've got a poke comp against a Skarner who is ahead, which is pretty good for us.
Yeah.
Basically, the question is whether that is enough of a front line to deal with all of the consistent pokes. I actually think BDD has managed to pretty consistently threaten everyone else, even with those people in front.
9-stack Dark Seal, which is really scary.
And a Horizon Focus now as well. Like the problem is like especially if Skarner's trying to threaten other people. There's a very real world where he is not then protecting Kaiwing or Honkyu or Doggo.
Well, I don't think he has to threaten. I think Rest does.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the thing about the Dark Seal, because I know you mentioned the Horizon Focus, and yes, that's a big item, but the thing about the Dark Seal is that once it's at 10 stacks, you are 700 gold ahead compared to what shows on the scoreboard. Yeah. So he's not actually 1.1k ahead, he's actually more like he's more like 2k ahead now.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh,
the bubble. Oh, yep. Yep, that'll, and Junger's dead as well. Not that tanky at the moment. Oof, not bad. Hang on, Rest can kill.
I
don't know whether he can. He's going to try. Redemption, yeah. And another bubble. And another bubble.
BDD diff.
Oh, he's just better.
BDD diff.
Yeah, BDD is so good. Oh, Honkyu gets one.
Oh, he gets another.
Oh, and another bubble.
Oh, he's just better.
Oh, yes!
Bubble.
Honkyu.
Hang on, wait, close. Gonna try and get him. Got him.
Oh.
5
And that's going to be, and you know what I was talking about? You know I was talking about that litmus test of Zoe wins when she takes down enemy mid lane turret first? There you go. Because right there, you can see the difference between BDD, like on Zoe, throwing bubbles offensively through terrain on your side of the map, whereas trying to play across this really open mid lane if you're playing behind it. You know, if you're kind of like throwing, you know, bubbles around here, it sucks. Throwing them up here is much more valuable, you know?
Man, that's rough.
Oh, BDD. He's just too good, man. He's just too good.
Okay.
Okay, no flash out. That's dead Peter. Nice.
Can they turn on to Atacon after that?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they should. Now, the problem is, Atacon, there are some very good bubble angles here. Because there's these extra mini walls which extend the bubble range too.
Okay. Yeah, and you've got into a lot of poke.
Okay, BDD, a little late.
Here, we're gonna get this. We got this.
Okay, they got this. BDD wasn't there.
Bubble.
Damn. Ow. Bloody hell.
Yeah, the Rek'Sai just doesn't actually enjoy the poke very much.
Okay, BDD just wasn't there. I didn't expect CFO to burst it that much.
Yeah, he had to reset up bubble again. Okay, no. Okay, well, you take what you can get there.
I actually think BDD made a big mistake. So at the end of last play, BDD teleported bot to kill the tower, but it meant that he didn't have to teleport to respond to that play.
BDD! We got BDD! Got Honku and trade. Got Honku and trade. And resets. Yeah. I don't know.
Has read the wiki. Does he know what all the Quay abilities do?
Look at Dogtown.
I don't know. Rest is no. This is good. This is good for CFO. Rest is in melee range now. Oh, okay. I lied. I've spread misinformation on the internet. There was another reset. Yeah. When you make these small missteps, the Viego just goes wild, man.
Yeah.
Damn, guys, KT are playing very fucking good. Well.
Yeah.
BDD dies because, you know, CFO finally get the return fire back onto the Zoe return portal, but I don't know, man. KT are just playing, like, massively well around random combos in fights.
Yeah, and basically any bit of very long-range CC lands and the immediate follow-up of a very strong Ziggs and a very strong Zoe. Like, you've got a Heartsteel and a Titanic Hydra Hullbreaker. You are not tanky on this front line at the moment. You're just not. And everyone else is, like, squishier than hell.
This play to start it off, though, was really nice from Doggo as BDD goes over the wall.
Oh, like, he does die, but the thing is, it's 1 for 1.
It's just, I don't know, Viego resets get really spooky. So it's not, so Rest and Doggo have to back off because might potentially just one shot.
Thank you. What are you doing?
Oh dear, Tempered Fate's wide as well. They don't even get the turret, and they don't even get the turret.
That's a tilter. That's a tilter.
BD.
Perfect timing on that decimating smash was.
That was very good from Perfect, actually.
Catches Honku as he pops out of the Herald there.
Okay. Well, we are 32 flowers to 5.
That's true. That does help.
You didn't need to take that ride.
Rest is getting. He's got. Hang on. Rest has got Hullbreaker for more split push pressure. So Hullbreaker doesn't give you like the isolated stats anymore, really. But what it does allow you to do is keep a cannon wave alive and do some actual split pushing.
I think probably the 5v5 so really rough.
Yeah, the 5th auto attack thing is kind of crazy.
You can see where the Atacon was taken and things look good briefly.
It is KT getting further and further ahead.
But like, in terms of raw stats, at least the Atacon does bring back a reasonable amount of gold for us.
It really feels like it's all
about the setup and like our scaling is not bad, you know, like Caitlyn especially.
Yeah. My worry is once you get to 4 items, if you get 4 items on BDD, with Doctam getting, if you ever land a bubble, it's not even just the Zoe damage you need to worry about. The Ziggs combo is just ridiculous after that too.
And you had a 1200 gold lead in the jungle. It's now a 1700 gold lead to Kaz, who's gone Collector LDR, which is this Viego with this build. You get a lot of value out of the crit and the armor pen on your ult. It basically means if Honku gets hit by a bubble, the follow-up from the Viego or the Ziggs will lead to a reset, will lead to a body steal. It's very hard to stop.
I feel bad for Honku. He's had a good year, but this Worlds has looked rough. Outside of a couple of Aurora games, he's looked quite vulnerable. Yeah.
Agreed, Mercury.
I'm remembering a lot of like his Rise side lane deaths, etc., where he did look very vulnerable. I mean, like, this guy's still very exciting. I've really enjoyed watching him, but it's clear that, you know, there is an upper end of respect and gamesmanship he needs to learn still, which is the case for many rookie players. You don't get that shit for free. You only get that by often losing because you don't have it at first.
Cuz was 1-6 this year on Viego. Yeah, but this will be the second, won't it? And in fairness, historically, he has been a very good Viego. I think Viego in general has been a bit mixed this year.
I think you mean this will be the CFO.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Right,
sorry.
yes,
Yeah, no, absolutely. KT have still got to do the funny thing, right? Rest. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's...
Okay, not bad, actually. Oh, he got the wrong angle. Wrong angle. Damn, that Rek'Sai does not survive long.
I also think Verdant Barrier is very astute from BDD now as well. It makes it a lot harder to stop the Zoe doing the Zoe thing. Here we go behind.
Oh, they're not looking for a player. They just want to cut off the wave and stop the push coming in. Not realistically a big play there, because...
it does allow them to get the tier 2 bot as a result.
Oh, the impale! He gets headbutt away! He got headbutt away!
Cuz survived. Oh, the Mega and photobomb damage.
Peter just made a mega play there, folks. Peter just saved Cuz's life. That was
BDD. Oh, Jesus!
Fucking hell.
Lord. Oh, that was crazy by Peter.
Peter actually could have just saved the game there, by the way. Because if you get a freak pick onto Cuz, and you manage to turn that into a decent setup around Baron, you might actually be able to flip this game.
Yeah.
But now you've lost your jungler, Baron's up. Peter just saved the game, folks. Peter is actually...
just great.
I actually think Peter is player of the series, despite the fact that BDD maybe mechanically played a lot of things better at different points. Peter has been exceptionally good, folks.
Oh, man. Does Kaiwing have a Spellbook Smite available? Not currently.
No.
And now you have Baron overlapping with Soul Spawn in less than a minute, which means you can reset, push out some waves.
Watch Peter.
Oh,
so nice.
Peter just completely saves the game, though. I mean, might not have won the game, but you know what I mean. He saves the play.
Yeah, and Cuz ult out as well, so it's just like... yeah, Medic's right with us. Peter's been so good.
Peter's been insane. That was an insane headbutt.
Yeah. And like, folks at the co-stream, we were saying like, yo, maybe this front line can deal with the poke. Like, not when it gets this far ahead, guys. That's a death cap now on the Zoe, by the way. And 10 stacks again. Like,
they have a very nice hat, Sam.
Yeah, like this hat is full of pain in the tears of CFO fans.
So now you're fighting for Soul, and actually KT, because they have Baron, even if they just take a good fight with 3 grubs, they don't need the dragon. They just need a good fight or the dragon.
Oh no. Bubble.
CFO need to survive the fight and take dragon.
Yep. Watch Rest. He didn't get
Peter, and they get dragon.
Okay.
So now you have a poke combo with Infernal Soul.
Yeah. Okay, you'll lose Peter 1-for-1, but I think the retreat is going to suck from CFO now. Oh boy. Stolen body from the Rek'Sai. Junja gets an impale. Means very little.
I think this might be
another bubble.
End. I think this might be the end.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, Cuz has read the Wikipedia. He's brought out the manual for Quay.
It's a very fast day, folks. I'm sorry, Vestian. I genuinely believed.
No, it's fine. It's like, I mean, already they've exceeded a lot of people's expectations. I think this was a poor showing, but like,
yeah.
I mean, KT are the real deal, man.
Yeah, that's
exciting now. Without the memes, surrounding it, this is actually going to be pretty exciting to watch them versus Genji.
Oh yeah. Remember they beat them the last time, right?
I think KT have looked better at Worlds than they did regionally, and I think there is a real world where KT could take a series versus Genji.
That's
which is
fun.
It's insanity coming from regionally. Look, Genji, did they look insane versus HLE? Yes. Will they be becoming his favorites? Yes. There is still a world where KT, with a very good early game read, good drafting, BDD playing out of his mind, where actually KT are a genuine threat.
Yeah.
It's sad CFO go out. They're a very inspiring team. I've loved watching this team. Love getting your opinions on the two. Bastian's been very cool to kind of connect with you on this, really.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, and I thank you guys for allowing me to be here. Honestly,
it wasn't too long ago where we were
doing the same, very similar things.
We were doing similar things coming from a less visible region, championing a team which has gone beyond the historical precedent. CFO are a team which I'm going to hold them dear to my heart. I hope this team gets to stick together with the important core. I think the LCP as a major region needs them as ambassadors. You really need to keep players like Doggo and Honkyu.
Agreed.
You need to keep Junja. Junja is just a man in his own realm, really.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to remember this team very fondly.
I mean,
they've already made history.
They have, and like, I think there is a real world where a lot of teams will be looking at people like Hongyu, Jonja, and understandably going, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a look at them. And you couldn't blame teams for doing that. And actually, as those players, you know, my recommendation would be consider those offers, you know. And as much as it'd be great for them to stay on CFO, and Alex has made a very great point on that front, you know, there is a world here where this is a fantastic spot for them to do something with it, and they'll be very interested to see what happens in the offseason, because the interest will be there, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and now KT have made their first semi-finals at Worlds ever after 3 attempts, after being, oh my god, I mean, KT are one of just the weirdest teams ever. I do hope they do well, but you have to go against Genji, and that, oh bloody hell. Actually, KT Genji at World Semis is kind of banging. Guys, just imagine.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to see an all LCK Worlds kind of bracket. I don't want to see that. But imagine a telecom war for Worlds.
Oh my, that would be pretty insane.
I have to say, on the whole, I would prefer, you know, like an LPL run for LCK versus LPL with LPL team in finals in China. That'd be awesome. However, Telecom War in finals kind of overruled.
Yes.
Telecom War is the good final. I don't think it's a good timeline for everyone, I will say, because again, like, LPL really need a finalist this year, folks. Spiritually speaking.
I concur.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Well, GG.
Yeah,
that's to you, Vestian. We're sort of fist bumping the camera. Best we've got for it.
We're actually, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. No, we're just punching you. Yeah. Sorry.
In the face. A
Zoe bubble. Punch me while I'm down, fellas.
I'm sorry. We were talking about caster bias earlier. We've got to even it out. So everyone, get your jokes in now. Yeah, I don't know. I guess China's got oyster allergies.
Yeah, they've been shocked.
Right.
Yeah.
They have. Still, I mean, a team that, especially with someone like Hongyu, I think, given a little bit more experience, and probably the experience that comes from a tournament like this, there's a lot of room for him to grow and get better as a unit. But I think it is important for them to stay together, because I think they are not the sort of team that's just relied on, okay, this player's really good and we're carrying it through. It's a team that has generally worked very, very well together. And like you can see that evidence through Doggo, right? Like, he looks like an entirely changed man on this roster in comparison to his former 3 years, so, or even beyond that. So I do think that for them individually, performance-wise, I think staying together makes the most sense. But of course, like, if they get a big offer, then, you know, take it. You only live the one time. You may as well make the most of it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, mate. And yeah, well, I guess we can stick around for interviews at the end of this. I would imagine there's going to be a losers interview for one of the CFO teams and team players. So yeah, feel free to stick around for that if you want to listen in, but obviously don't want to keep you if you've got to commiserate.
Yeah. I'll go talk to some of the people in the LCP thing, and it was a sad moment, but honestly, I shouldn't be sad considering the performance.
No, it's still a historic performance. Okay, right, so we're going to keep the stream a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining us, Vastin. It's been a pleasure getting you on stream for this Worlds, and we'll have to do this again sometime. See you in a bit, mate.
Absolutely.
KT fan was definitely super nervous watching that, but the CFO roster
Okay, so that was not nearly as close as I thought it would be, sadly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, still, I really love watching CFO. Very, very cool team.
I agree. On the other hand, I think KT have actually turned up in a way that I didn't expect for them. I expected some of the KT frailties to show through. We saw what happened against MCoy, and I was going, actually, I don't know about this bot lane. How are they going to play? Perfect and Peter have been so inconsistent across the year. What can BDD and Cuz do against such reckless and you know, in the end, they've turned up and really, really delivered on the stage, and they're looking actually very comfortable. I won't say the E word. That's probably unfair at this point, but you know, the point stands that KT are in fact right now a legit team, and I think they were a bit of an anomaly. This is now 6 straight wins on the trot, game-wise, not very series-wise, but you know, and that's very, very cool, and should make for a very exciting semi-final. I said it, against Genji.
You know, KT are the only undefeated team of Worlds right now. Not dropped a single game.
That's wild, though, actually.
So maybe that's part of it.
You know what? They're gonna get the rematch. Yeah. They're gonna get the rematch.
Genji KT rematch. That's quite exciting.
2025. The next opponent is gonna be Genji.
All right, may run to the bathroom very quickly.
exciting. I'm gonna say it. I don't care now. The last series between these two teams has been.
They've been knees up. She's got to see how.
Well, I would
never beat up Lori.
We make the rules here.
That is insanity that they haven't dropped a single game. That is nuts. Pina. Exactly. Pina. He's very good.
On this team, on the progress that they've made over the year.
I mean,
Oh my god. I can't believe they've not dropped a single game. That's nuts.
Shocked but happy.
We're gonna have an interview on stage in just a couple minutes. The Verizon post-game interview with Katie Dugdam on stage right now with Candice and Fanny, and live translation by Jason, of course.
主持人余生要恭喜 KT 获得本场比赛的胜利。我们邀请到的是 Dr.
Oh, do we get translations for this?
赛后采访，先有请他和大家打声招呼。
먼저 인사 부탁드리겠습니다.
大家好，我是 KT Roaster AD 덕담.
Hello everyone, this is KT Roasters AD Carry Talk.
Oh, they're doing the translations like they do in LCK Global. That's cool.
KT 都展现出了超强的一个纪律性，同时3局比赛都取得了很大的领先，所以在他们的 BO5第1局顺利拿下的那一刻，是不是就非常有自信，能够赢下今天的整个系列赛呢？
먼저 승리 축하드립니다. 사실 오늘
Congratulations on the win today. KT Roaster had a fantastic performance.
I can't believe they've not dropped a single game. That's just nuts.
After winning the first game of the best of 5 series, did that give you a confidence boost that you will be able to close?
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a break real quick, folks.
Yeah, after getting the game 1 victory, we realized our preparation is really good and working so well, so I had a lot of confidence.
确实打得非常的不错，而且你的辅助 Peter 选手也打得很好。第1局的布隆呢是开团反打，样样精通，而第2局他的泰坦在中路游走拿下内1血也非常的关键。第3局的牛头也表现得很好，所以作为他的搭档 AD， 怎么样评价他今天亮眼的发挥？同时要不要在这里夸夸他呢？
오늘 피터 선수가 되게
Today, your
잘하셨습니다.
support Peter
첫
also had a
세트는
fantastic
브라움으로
performance.
되게
Game 1
이니시나
Brown,
아니면 받아치기
we
모두
had a
다
fantastic
완벽하게
initiation and
끝내고
engage from Brown as well.
로밍으로
And then
BDD
Nautilus in
선수랑
Game
같이
2
떠냈습니다.
was able
첫
to make
세트
so many
아리도
plays
되게
together
좋은 활약을
with
많이
BDD on the mid
보여주셨는데요.
lane.
그래서
And then Game 3
피터 선수의
Alistar
평가
as well.
어떻게
How would you like to rate Peter's
궁금하기도
performance
하고,
today?
그리고 좀
Also,
한마디도 해주시죠.
anything you want to say over to him as a compliment?
긴장도 안 하고 되게 깔끔하게 잘했다고 생각해서 앞으로도 계속 잘할 것 같은 선수라고 생각합니다.
He was not nervous at all, and his performance was super clean. I have a huge faith in him that he will be able to do better in the future as well.
그럼 바텀 후불부 대해서 점수 매자면
How would
몇
you like to
점인 것
rate your
같나요?
teamwork together with Peter then?
라인전부터 되게 깔끔했다고 생각해서 한 10점 만점에 8점에서 9점 주고 싶습니다.
Everything was so clean starting from the laning phase, so I would like to give 8 or 9 out of 10.
是非常高的一个分数了，也可以继续的加油。同时，今天呢，其实你的好朋友们也来到了现场，为 KT 为你来加油。我们可以看到他们在现场是 Showmaker 选手、Lucy 选手和 Ghost 选手。当你知道他会在现场看比赛的时候是怎样的心情？在现在的赛后采访，要不要也对他们3个人喊一点话呢？
사실 오늘 깜짝 게스트도
Also,
현장에
we had a
찾아오셨습니다.
special guest in the stadium to support you, Showmaker, Lucid, and Ghost. They came to the arena, watching the match live. What came to your mind when you found out that they will be watching you perform today? Anything you want to say to them as well?
응원을 해준다는 게 되게 어려운 결정이었을 텐데 와줘서 너무 고맙고 그 덕분에 이긴 것 같습니다.
我觉得他们能够不远万里来到现场为我们加油，
I'm very grateful that they decided to come all the way to Shanghai and watch the game and support me. I want to say thank you to them.
现场也掌声送给他们，好不好？欢迎你们。那最后一个问题，因为大家都在说，在 LCK 的季后赛 ，KT 战胜 Genji 的那一局是改变了世界线的，而接下来你们在半决赛即将要和 Genji 再度交手，所以你会有怎样的一个期待？同时有什么想说的呢？
많은 분들이 KT가 LCK 플레이오프에서 젠지가 꺾은 그 경기로 세계선이 바뀌었다고 합니다.
Are saying that everything changed at the moment when KT Roaster beat Genji in the LCK playoffs. Now it's going to be a rematch. What is your mindset heading into that match?
또 이길 수 있다고 생각하고 어제 왕호 형이 울었다고 들어서 그 눈물에 대한 복수 해주러 가겠습니다.
We beat them once. I have a confidence that we will be able to pull it off one more time. And I heard yesterday, Peanut cried after the match. I want to get his revenge. The revenge of Peanut's tears.
Okay, folks, let's finish off this interview and then we'll go say goodbye. Radio over to someone. Honky's better individually than BDD. I don't agree with that. I think BDD is incredibly good individually. Okay, folks, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you later. Okay, folks, if you're on YouTube, the show will end here. If you are, if you're on Twitch, we'll find some else to radio over to you. Thank you so much for watching us, and tomorrow, the big game for these guys anyway, because we're watching G2 versus Top Esports in the G2 office. And yeah, we might have some people to chat to. We're going to probably be walking around with some interviews. We might actually have a special sideline interview for tomorrow as we get some G2 fan reactions. Stick around, it'll probably be quite a different show tomorrow. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, folks, bye.
Revenge for Peanut? Oh man, that goes hard.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah, I've got a clip.